been already 6 beers deep.
Oh, shit. What's good? What's good? It's your boy DJ Lil King, Riding High Podcast. Let's chop it up, episode 19, man. It's a special episode right here. It's been a long time in the making, long time coming. It's taking a bunch to get the whole crew together, and this ain't even the whole crew.
It's just this one man. Nah,
You know
let's
what I'm
fuck all the bullshit. This one man that's on the right-hand side. We're going to start it out right, John. So the man on the right, aside from Mr. Joey Brock, shout out Joey Brock. You know him from Riding High Podcast already. But he's also happened to be a public Zoom member. And then we got JR hiding behind the mic somewhere. You probably got to lower that and move it out your face a little bit. There you go. But John has been the man that's been, I guess, hard to get together with the circle, I guess we could say.
It's nothing personal, man. Just
No, definitely not. But I mean, you.
Okay.
You
Yeah,
know,
yeah. I mean, I'm.
You're living life.
I come and go, man. I'm like herpes, man. It's like it's like unexpected, but when I show up, I'm here.
And you're there for life.
And I'm always
In the
gonna be around
background.
for life. You just may not always see me.
Always gonna be there for life.
He's the gift that keeps on.
Man, Riding High Podcast. Let's chop it up. We got Public Zoo Hardcore crew in the building, man.
Yes, sir.
We don't have anything you can't like. Z. There's no hands.
He got
We ain't got a hand signal
Yeah, he
for
was
it.
ready. He pulled the hat out.
Already, hell yeah. The zoo's in the building, man. What's good with it, y'all?
Yeah, so for those of y'all
chill.
tapped in watching and y'all
Public
familiar with
Zoo.
these faces, tag your Zoom members and all that. We about to go back, way back into time.
Way back. Cityscapes. Way
Yeah.
So I mean, where do we start? Who makes the first step towards the public zoo?
Let's start. When do y'all get off into rap in general?
Let's
We
start
kind of
with
did
JR.
Brock a little bit, so we'll start with y'all two. That's on the couch. When
Go
y'all?
ahead, man. Go ahead. You can talk about it.
What?
When'd you get into hip hop, JR?
Now, when did you?
Oh man, I'm from Cali, so I grew up with a bunch of.
Oh
big
shit, you
boys.
from Cali?
Yeah.
What part of Cali you from?
Fresno.
Oh shit, that's what's up. Hell
Valley,
yeah.
yeah.
Go Grizzlies.
You're
Yeah.
Grizzlies.
So out there in Fresno and Cali, like, what was you listening to as like a youngster? When did you come to Texas?
Oh, in 2000, right when all that
How old were you when you came to Texas?
was 17.
Okay, so from like 0 to 17, you're over there in Cali.
Yeah,
What are
yeah.
you listening to growing up over there?
Like Tupac, E40, all that stuff.
Damn, so they're real big on that, like the way we're real big on like DJ Screw.
Exactly.
Already.
We don't even know nothing about DJ Screw out there at that time.
Damn.
So when I got here, I was
Damn.
like, "What y'all listening to over there? What the hell is this?" But you know,
Damn.
you learn different styles and stuff.
Already. Were y'all listening to like any like underground hip hop over there? Like, is there like an underground hip hop
Yeah,
scene? Like, was
man.
there anything popping back then?
Like a lot of like Latin stuff, like Kid Frost. And,
Oh, okay,
all
okay,
that
So
stuff.
we're talking like what? Like before 95, 94,
Yeah,
something like
when
that,
all that stuff
93?
started popping off.
Yeah, got
You
you,
know.
got you.
So the West Coast was popping. That's all we all used to listen to.
really?
But I tell you what made it pretty big over there and put y'all on the spot was that fucking Want to Be a Baller.
Oh shit,
Everyone fell in love
already.
with that. Yeah, going to the flea market, seeing a Lil Troy CD and stuff.
Damn, that's what's up. Hell yeah.
Yeah, that was about what, 2000,
98,
98,
99,
99?
98,
Right.
98, hell yeah, hell yeah, that's what's up.
And then moved over here. And basically, I met these fools like in 2007. I was hanging out. That kind of element was missing in my life growing up. With all
So that's what I
these
say. So
people.
whenever you come to Corpus, like, how do you get involved in like, or
Oh,
do you
you
want to
want-
get involved in the hip hop scene, or you just like, man, these dudes
Well,
ain't on
I
the
used
shit
to
we
fuck
on in
around
Cali
with,
type shit?
You had already knew somebody, right?
Yeah. So I used to fuck around with Deepwater Records, Sharkman, and all of them.
Already.
Yeah,
Right.
shout out Sharkman. He was
Yeah,
actually
yeah.
doing a documentary a couple of years back
He
on the
was,
local
he was.
scene.
That's right.
Y'all go keep that out still on YouTube, I think.
So I used to just promote for him and stuff. He'd do his little, he produced, make CDs, and I'll just go out to the beach and hand them out here and there. And after that, I just right after that, that's when I started noticing these dudes. The homie Dose 2 was my roommate. He's
Alright.
you know.
Shout out, Dope.
So yeah, shout out. So these dudes got him down, and me just hanging out with them, they just gravitated to me and they put me down
It was
too.
a 2-for-1 special.
2 for 1.
Already.
Actually, yeah, he's the one that got me down. Well, Marley put me down, got with him, and then he put me down at the White Rabbit, that big ass hip hop show.
Oh, in San Antonio.
Man, boy said the white red.
No shit.
Damn, the White Rabbit. I didn't know this.
Yeah, that's in San Antonio.
I mean, still, you know, what I mean,
That was
Yeah.
like 2007, 2008.
Yeah, that sounds about
that's
right.
what's up. That's
Yeah,
what's
so
up.
the whole zoo's stayed in my house, basically.
Already.
You were like home base.
Yeah.
2000. Damn.
So you're in Corpus at the time?
Yeah, I was in Corpus.
So when you say that, like, the zoo was like staying at your crib, like were they based out of like San Antonio or something?
No, they all live in Corpus. They just
That was your spot was just
house.
already.
It's
Your
a party
spot was
house.
already.
Yeah.
Already.
Just
yeah.
a bunch of homeless motherfuckers.
basically. It came to the point we didn't even lock the doors no more, man. There was always someone there, so that's dope.
Rotating
Yeah.
doors.
This dude was living in San Antonio. He was running for another crew up there, the Primates. You know,
Yeah.
they're more like what kind of like sister crew or something.
They were like a bigger crew.
Yeah,
the Primates crew. That's who I was hanging out with a lot back then.
Right.
So when do you make your way to Corpus?
Myself, so I always tell people I'm from Corpus, and I'm really not. I was born in Beeville.
Already.
Oh
Yeah.
shit, the plot thickens.
The plot
You
thickens.
told that to the wrong one, Mr. John Jones. We gonna get there.
So
though.
let me
Go for it.
explain. No, both my parents were in the Navy, and my dad is actually from San Antonio. My mom's from Mississippi, but that's where they met, and that's where I was born. And I did go to kindergarten in Flower Bluff.
Already.
Yeah,
but
what
then
up?
After that, the Hornets.
All
But
day
then
blood.
after kindergarten, I moved away, and I didn't move back here until, in the late 90s. But I just tell people I'm from here. It's a lot easier to explain where Corpus Christi is versus Beeville.
Yeah, hell yeah.
I feel like if I had to break out a map and be like, you see here San Antonio and there's Corpus, and then you see that little spot, that's fucking Beeville.
My grandma lives in Beeville. Grandma busy.
I think it would just be like comparing, like saying you live in Houston to saying you live in
Sugarland.
something like that. You know what I
Galveston.
mean?
Yeah,
Like
people. Yeah, Houston is like that, right? I mean,
Well, I would
straight
say that's a little bit closer because Beeville is basically like 45 minutes from here. So,
How
but I
far
get
is
the whole,
Sugarland?
I get the whole saying you're from Corpus because if you're in fucking Washington D.C. and somebody says, "Hey, where you from, man?" Oh, Beeville.
Yeah.
Hell, like you say, because I even feel like whenever I'm in Austin and I tell people I'm from Corpus, I still have to throw it in there where Selena's from.
Yeah, right.
And Selena ain't even from Corpus, but I always have to say like. They would say, "Where you from, man?" I'm from Corpus Christi. Like, where's Selena from? Like, and they, oh, now they know.
Yeah.
See, that,
I feel like I would have just said a couple hours down south from San Antonio or Houston.
Nah, I tell them Flower Bluff, Texas, Paradise City, America.
The ghetto by the sea.
Hell yeah.
Straight up, Tragic City.
So, John, when did you start getting into like the music scene and shit?
Oh, man, this shit goes way, way back, man, for me.
Did you go to high school and stuff in like Beeville?
No, I went to, actually I went to 4 high schools in 3 different states.
Damn.
I was living in California for a while, and that's where I got introduced to a lot of stuff. So my dad was stationed there. I was living in Mississippi for a long time, and then I moved to California to go live with my dad, and so we would go to like Los Angeles a lot for lowrider shows.
Oh,
My dad
shit,
was
that's what's
big into
up.
that, and that's where the first time I saw like breakdancing in person and like hearing people rap in person. And then when I made it to high school, it was like really big there. So that's when I got like really into it, and then we moved around quite a bit from there. And then I finally made my way here to Corpus. Oh damn! I don't remember
What were you
year
first
was.
listening to?
What was I listening to? I'm not gonna be all like I'm too cool and shit. I had the crisscross tape.
No, hell
I'm
yeah,
right
hell
there
yeah,
with you.
shit,
Shit,
hell
fuck
yeah,
all
hell
that.
yeah,
I had the
hell
Vanilla
yeah.
Ice tape.
Yeah.
Let's see. So those are like I listened to that stuff. But I think everyone my age was listening to.
Yeah,
that
hell
at the
yeah,
time.
for damn sure, hell yeah.
So I mean, that's who I was listening to originally, and it wasn't until I got to high school when I met Indy, and Indy knew about Aesop Rock, and he knew about Atmosphere, and he knew about all these really popular things that were popular in the underground, and I never heard of any of it. And Indy had a tape that had been dubbed like 4 times already, and it sounded like shit. But that was how I found out about a lot of underground music was through Indy, Outspoken. So that was kind of my introduction to that. Before that, I was listening to like same stuff everybody was listening to. They're just real popular.
Even at a young age, where you noticing like the different raps that were in the different like regions, like in Cali they sound like
Yeah,
this, in
yeah, man,
Texas
so-
they sound like this, Mississippi they sound like this, or
So
however
I
it was.
started high school in California, and there it was like the peak of like gangster rap.
Oh shit!
Yeah, so that was real popular at the high school I was going to, of like little gang fights. That was really, really big deal. Like the Mexican gangs and the black gangs were just going at it all the time. And then from there we moved to Washington State, and up there they were, I don't know, this is kind of the same stuff, but like a watered down version of it. Then I got here and I was like, I remember the first time I heard screw music.
Yeah.
I was at Carroll High School and somebody was getting dropped off, like a girl's getting dropped off by her boyfriend or something.
Yeah.
From the
And-
north side.
And he was jamming that shit so loud, and I didn't know what to think of it. I was like, this dude's fucking stereo's broken.
God damn.
And then I would just hear it more and more, and
He's
so-
like, everybody's stereo's broken.
yeah,
It grows on you though.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah.
It really did. Yeah.
so that's
it does.
so that's to answer your question. Like every place I've lived with both my parents serving in the Navy, bouncing around a lot. Even Mississippi has this very, very unique vibe about it.
Alright.
Like the way they're like country twang and the way they talk and pronounce words versus like the slang words they're using in California. Even like Corpus Christi had their own vibe. to
Yeah,
it.
hell yeah.
I noticed a lot of the dudes like had the same haircut. Like it was
Oh,
real high
shit.
fade and like combed forward. You know what I'm saying? And so
With the
I-
bangs.
Yeah, with the
With the little bangs,
bangs.
right?
So I was calling that the Corpus fade.
Oh shit.
That wasn't the. That wasn't. I
And,
didn't know. Yeah.
And I do remember a lot of people wearing like the waterproof polo boots.
Mm.
And I've never seen that anywhere. I was like, they must,
yeah,
Yeah.
dude. Hey, no, that's true. That's live. That's
in,
live.
Indy used to wear Indy. Yeah. See, a lot of people like if you don't know
I had a
Indy,
pair of the most.
I've known Indy since I was like 17. I think he was 16, and he used to dress all preppy and polo everything.
Damn.
And so he was like one of the first persons I knew to like have waterproof polo boots. So, like, are you expecting a fucking flood or something? Like, what is this shit?
All right, so what year is that though? Because
This
I'm
is
trying to think about because I met
right
Indy
now.
literally in the year
Did you see
2000.
Okay, so this is the late 90s, probably like 96 or 97 when I first met Indy.
Already.
Actually, the way I met him was through graffiti. That's how I met him. Because when I was living in Washington State, I got really into graffiti. And so I was just telling this fool this story earlier. So it's still kind of fresh in my mind. But I went to Carroll High School, and I had noticed that somebody was writing porn star like on everything in the high school, like everywhere. Like,
freak.
I just noticed it because like
Bro, me and Indy share a similar story. It's so crazy to hear.
so when
Yeah.
you're a graffiti, like you're into graffiti, you're a tagger, you're a writer, like you just notice these things, right?
Already.
And I was like, that's so strange, man. So I used to like doodle on like doodle on my notebooks and stuff like that. And a teacher saw it and confiscated it and turned it into the principal or the dean or whatever. And they pulled me into the office, and I'm still a new student at Carroll High School. I've been there like not even a month, and they're talking about suspending me already because they thought I was writing porn star and shit all over the freaking place. I was like, nah, that's definitely
Damn, they
not
tried to
fucking
tie the porn star tag into you.
yeah, I don't know why, man. And then I had befriended this other guy that did know Indy, and I was asking him like, like who was walking around like writing porn star? all over the place? And they were like, oh, it's this dude named Indiana, and I was like, fucking Indiana Jones and shit. And then they're like, nah, his name is Indiana Walking Stick, and I was like, get the fuck
Fuck
out
out of here, right?
fuck out of here. Nobody names their kid that, dude. Get the fuck out. No, but that's how I fucking met Indy, actually, through that way. And then I didn't really I think Indy has a very unique personality. You either like him or you don't kind of guy. And I didn't really get on.
I ain't really like him.
So what's
I
this
didn't
like
like him.
sophomore or junior year in high school?
I was supposed to be a junior, but I had to repeat 10th grade because I liked it so
Already.
much. And I think, he was a year behind me because I think he's about a year younger than I am, so that kind of makes sense. I think he was a sophomore too.
Already, goddamn, terrorizing
I
Carroll
didn't know.
High School.
I did not know he. That's pretty chumpish. Like I expect some kid wearing like a Von Dutch hat, riding porn star everywhere.
Yeah.
I mean, technically, you said he dressed preppy, so
he did. In my opinion, he did.
he's not even here to defend
That's
himself.
what reminded me of meeting Indy because in 2000 when I met him, I felt like that was what I saw, but he was like, you could tell he was hip hop because we met
Yeah.
on some freestyle battling shit, like
Yeah.
fucking years before y'all. I even knew y'all as a collective. You know what I mean? And he just seemed so opposite of me coming from North Side or North and West Side.
Uh-huh.
And his flow was more Wu-Tang shit to
Yeah.
my I'ma calm down, blah, 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 blah,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
But we were both dope in our sense, and I had never rapped with anybody who looked like him and could spit like that.
Yeah, so
people on my side of town that dress prep still said, I'ma calm down,
Oh, yeah.
I'ma come through, so he was just different to me. And
Yeah, he was living when I met him. He was living over there by Saki.
no shit.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
Not in Saki condos, but one street over.
Already.
So
Going to
basically-
like South Park probably?
Yeah, he
something
went to
like that?
South Park, I think. Yeah, he lived basically right behind the Trade Center.
Oh, got you.
And yeah, that was a trip meeting him. But I mean, I'm glad I did though. He turned out to be an okay guy. He used to dye his hair pink and shit. And
no way.
yeah, bro. Okay, so like on a dare,
You
he
like
dyed his-
breaking Brock's heart over here, bro.
You understand? Like me and Indy are tight. Like I talk to this dude every
that's
day.
What I'm saying. But watch
Ron Hot
Brock's face.
Podcast exclusive, man.
Straight up. Watch
got me
Brock's
shot.
face as he's learning this shit about India.
Bro, okay,
His
so
face is
on a
just-
dare, me and the homie Robo Josh dared him to dye his hair pink
Shout
and
out
dye his
Robo Josh.
eyebrows hot pink, and he fucking did it.
Hell yeah.
And so, but here's where it gets funny. So we go to school the
Oh,
following day,
man.
and they tell him like, you can't come to school with hot pink hair. and eyebrows like that. So they're like, go home and
He
don't
said,
come back.
and
Did you shave it all off?
So yeah, so they said go home, don't come back until it's corrected. So we went home and we shaved his hair and his eyebrows off.
Oh,
Bro,
shit.
I have literally done this myself.
And he came back to school looking like one of those fucking Shaolin monks
Damn.
with like a big old fat head and shit.
I got a picture of me
He's all, that's
when
how
I
met
shaved. I
Brock.
shaved all the hair off my body. Right, this is like thinking in Buddhism, whatever, cleansing yourself, whatever, like starting fresh shit. I shaved every hair of my body, bro. And people like literally thought I had cancer for a while. But yeah, I got a picture and I'm like smiling like I look like Buddha. I'll send it to y'all.
Yeah.
Yeah, we'll
Yeah.
post it.
So Indy does this, and y'all aren't even like seniors. Y'all are like
Yeah,
sophomores.
we're still kids.
You
We're
still have
still
some
kids.
shit that some seniors would do type shit.
We're still, and this is also the time that Jackass, the TV.
Oh
So we're-
man! So
we're-
Carroll High School wasn't having
we
it.
were like really trying to like do a lot of Jackasses stuff. Like we would get shopping carts from HEB and like put each other in the cart and shove it out into the middle of Weber. With, like somebody sitting in it.
God damn.
But the only thing is we didn't have a camcorder. It was just like you had to be there. Or,
Oh, damn! That's what's up.
yeah, we would do. And then Indy dared us to run him over in Hobbs' like old ass Honda
God
Accord. So we fucking ran
damn.
over Indy and he like flopped off like a fucking potato. Like that shit was wild, man. Yeah, I got stories for days about Indiana walking stick.
That's
Oh,
dope, bro.
damn.
That dude is a very special person.
Yeah, that was my best friend. He's still my best friend.
Bro, watching him the other night, Friday night, go off. I guess y'all were both doing your own shit, and I hadn't meet up with Boston yet. But walking up on that music fest, the music walk, and hearing somebody rapping, I thought it was completely somebody else, but it ended up being Indy. And I was just there front row supporting him, and he was still hitting that bitch like he was the youngest.
Yeah, he was
motherfucker
still
there, bro.
he
Like,
never loses his
Never.
showmanship.
And no fucking backup vocals or nothing. He said, he paused for a second, said, "What up, freak?" And then just went right back into the rap like nothing, bro. Like,
Hey,
And then after he was done, he still wanted to fucking rap some more. Like,
yeah,
he
we
came
met
to
up
a
with him
rap,
later down the
rapping on
way.
the
Hey,
street
so
on the
next time,
camera.
next
shit.
time I'll see Indy, ask him about the talent show he did at South Park Middle School, where,
Mm.
where, he,
Yeah,
where he
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
sang that Peaches and Cream song. by-
God damn.
oh shit,
Yeah, fucking
man.
dance.
I need that one.
Can somebody FaceTime it real
I
quick?
need that one.
It was him.
Oh,
It was
man.
him, and I want to say our buddy Marvin Washington.
They
was
sung
there.
112.
Oh,
Peaches
fucking
and Cream.
hard.
Yeah.
Fucking money
I
mark.
think it was
Yeah,
Peaches and
my
Cream.
boy
No, I'm sorry. It
Marvin,
wasn't Peaches and
goddamn.
Cream. It was motherfucking Cupid. Yeah, 112 Cupid.
God
Cupid
damn.
does his best. You know that fucking song.
That's
Yeah.
hilarious. That is hilarious.
I'm gonna stop embarrassing Indy.
I'm gonna have to Photoshop his face on 112 video.
Oh, man.
Yeah, ask him about it. Yeah, he's always been a natural performer, though. I would say.
Yeah.
straight up though. Like he
I mean-
interacted with the crowd too. He wasn't one of those guys who just stands there and raps and expects you to be the vibe. Nah, he was the fucking vibe. He was
I mean-
walking up to people as they were in the crowd. Like,
Endo's the kind of dude who can start a brawl with rapping.
yeah, straight
Now,
up.
that's a true story too. That's for another time.
Yeah, I got one of those too. That's crazy. That's why I said we share a path, but we didn't know each other till I met y'all doing events in 2010 or 9 actually, at Produce, I believe. Was it like the first fucking go for it? or
Yeah,
something?
Public Zoo started doing shows like way before that.
No, I know that.
Yeah, but that's
See,
just when it got more like popular. I
Yeah,
guess.
see, but I know that now. You know what I mean? Like after going through y'all's history and seeing like y'all's fucking shit everywhere, and like not even bringing in outsiders. Like y'all were the fucking thing. Y'all didn't have to like
Yeah.
invite so and so from another crew because y'all had everything in y'all's crew that I
appreciate
remember.
that,
You know,
man.
not for sure. Like from my point of view, bro, you always see me in the fucking stands recording y'all fucking because. Like I appreciated
Shout out to
the
the
effort
block
that y'all
leaders.
put into that shit. Hey, you
The
know,
block
we
leaders,
still doing
block
it.
leaders. Yeah, there's like one person I could probably credit for the organization of Public Zoo, and it's not myself. It's this guy. His real name is Chris Tucker, just like Chris Tucker, the
Oh,
actor.
shit.
But he goes by Dirty Rex. He's I would say, if you look all the way back to the timeline, he's probably the first one to ever organize us. And so the way that came about, so Public Zoo itself actually came from Confusion Crew, which was the breakdance crew, which was founded and kind of organized by DJ Bazan.
And what year was this? What year are we talking?
And Confusion Crew?
Yeah, yeah.
This is again like 96, 97,
96, okay.
98. When breakdancing was real popular.
Super
and DJ,
hot.
Yeah, and he was a little bit older than us, and he was into like lowriders and.
Were y'all going to like the skating rink
Yeah.
and shit like that?
Yeah.
Okay,
We
okay.
go to the skating ring and battle on Friday nights, and then Saturday.
Yeah.
On Saturday nights, we're going to Quinceañeras. Like we don't even know the girl. We just know that
They invited somebody did right. Or
somebody
some-
knew somebody, and all we knew that there was like b-boys there, and let's run it, and like it could be all over town. Airs had a lot of venues. Air
Hell
Street,
yeah, Airs Event
the
Center and
Civic
shit.
Civic
Hell
Center,
yeah.
Fiesta Center,
Yeah.
the Moravian Hall, all those places, like every Saturday night.
Sokol
Riviera
Hall, hell
bowling
yeah,
lanes.
hell yeah.
Everything. Yeah. And then
Remember that?
Damn.
What'd you say?
Riviera
Yeah.
bowling
Oh yeah, hell yeah,
Yeah.
hell yeah.
Damn.
that's what the Civic Center was before,
lanes.
right?
Yeah.
But so I met Dirty Rex because he was really into house dancing, like house music, and that's how I met Dirty Rex. But see,
I keep hearing Dirty Rex, and I'm like, damn,
Well, so-
I bet some shit went down with Dirty Rex.
well, like no, he was like one of the he really was one of the persons that organized Public Zoo. Honestly,
That fool used to be the general manager for Stingers back in the day.
he was
right?
yeah.
and what year did
No
Public
shit.
Zoo officially
Yeah.
start? Like 100%. When did y'all put a stamp on Public Zoo?
Oh man. Okay, so now I gotta go even further back. Okay, so when Confusion Crew like kind of dissolved,
Are
there
y'all
was-
teenagers?
Yeah, we're teenagers at the
Okay.
time. Late teens.
Okay.
Late teens. Like 19 going on 20. And so it dissolved and there's two brothers, Matthew and Adi Medina. And they wanted to keep doing breakdancing stuff, right? But like everybody in Confusion Crew, they were kind of aging out of it a little and like having kids and like jobs or moving or going to jail. You know, life was getting in the way.
Choices happened.
Some choices were happening. Yeah, man. Good ones and bad ones. But that's life, right?
Straight up.
And so they called me one day, and they were like, "Hey, we're gonna start a breakdance crew, like another one." And I was like, "All right, what do y'all want to call it?" And I remember Audie was like, "We're gonna call it Public Zoo," and I almost hung up the fucking phone. I was like,
You thought it was lame at first.
I did. I was like, because I didn't see the correlation, but they explained it to me like this: when you go to someone's house, right, and you see a dog or a cat, that's very common, right? When you talk to somebody about break dancing, they're gonna think of spinning on their heads or their back, something very common,
Yeah.
something very domesticated. All right, but when you go to an actual zoo, like a real zoo, what do you see? You see like flamingos,
Exotic shit. Yeah,
shit
yeah.
you don't see every day. So like their
Yeah.
vision was they wanted to be a breakdance crew that you didn't see every day.
Nice.
It's something very unique. They didn't want to be wearing the stereotypical b-boy uniform.
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Like they wanted people to look at Matt and Audie had this vision of people looking at him like not sure what to make of them, like so they invited me to do it, so I was on board, and then I recruited Indy because Indy was in Confusion Crew too, and we're also best friends, so it only made sense. And then we ended up having Dirty Rex and coming to Public Zoo because Dirty Rex, you see, this is what you gotta know about Dirty Rex. He's older than us, and he was in the Marine Corps. So he was in the Marine Corps for a while, and he got out, and then he was living in San Diego where he got really into the hip hop shit. Then he moved to Boston, and he got really into that grimy shit. And then he comes to Corpus because of family issues, and then I meet him, and then we end up living together in a house on Bahamas Street, off of Weber across the street from Carroll. So we start referring to this house as the fucking Bahamas.
No shit.
So that was our line, like come we're kicking it at the Bahamas. And so Rex was the one who like kind of brought us all together. So now we have all these people hanging out. We take on a third roommate, this guy named Riz, who was into like punk music real heavy. So he had set up his drum kit there, and the owners converted the garage into a living room. So he was always playing beats and like just bugging out, right? And we're drinking and smoking, and everyone was always kicking it, and Indy's rapping, and we got this dude rapping, and so the homie Mike Gonzalez, who went by Worm, yeah, he was always there too. And so he had said like he was kind of looking around. He goes, "Man, we're like the last hardcore group of like hip hop heads in this town, right?" And what he was referring to were people that thought like us. Like we weren't really into mainstream stuff. Like we dressed kind of how we dressed, and like we like thought how we thought, kind of thing. And then he was like, "Man, we should be a crew, man. We should call ourselves Hardcore Hip Hop Crew." And I was like, "That's the fucking shit." But
That still sounds cheesy though. Hardcore.
but I was
hip-hop.
like, I was really invested in the name Public Zoo. And Matt and Audie had moved away. Audie moved to Colorado, and Matt moved up to Dallas for work. So it was kind of me, but I was still kind of running with the name. And so Worm was like, "Yo, let's just call it Public Zoo Hardcore." And Worm kept on saying that and drinking. And then like the next morning, me and Rex were talking about it, and we were playing Madden. And he was like, "How do you feel about that?" And I was like, "I don't know, man. It's just another drunk night, whatever." He's like, "No, we can really do this shit, man. Honestly, we can be like a collective hip hop group of just like, because this is also before social media was really big." So he was
Still
like,
live journal, right? Live journal.
yeah, it was like or MySpace was a thing.
MySpace.
So Rex was like, "Think about it, man. Like this town, like it's small and big at the same time. There's probably other people out there who feel like us and like are into the same shit. Like they feel like they're getting left behind, but they're they're in their own world." So that's I would bookmark that like at 2000, the year 2000 is when Public Zoo Hardcore was like organized, and so Rex was the one who was organizing. He had like a military mind coming to it. Like, we got to have structure, we got to have standards. You know, if somebody wants to be in public zoo, they got to be active in one of the 4 elements of hip hop.
Oh shit!
Straight up, bro.
If they weren't active in the element of hip hop, then they were just a hang around, which is fine. And then like it was kind of wild, man. And then like just really ballooned. Like at the Bahamas, there'd be like fucking 40 people at the Bahamas. I'm like, yo, I gotta go to bed, man. Like, I gotta go to work, and it's a fucking Tuesday, man. Like, y'all need to go the fuck home. And so that's how Public Zoo originated.
And did y'all have equipment over there at the Bahamas, or y'all were just
So
freestyling in the kitchen?
We
type
had
shit?
we had the drum kit. I think it was like a 12-piece drum kit that Riz had, and then we ended up befriending this guy named Pez, this little nerdy dude, to be honest. Pez, and he went by Pez de la Rock was his name, and he was into DJing.
Oh shit!
And the way we met him, because we were doing Rex was doing the very first Public Zoo show at Stingers, because he was very well connected at Stingers, and he was there. So you know the Wilson basketball logo?
Yeah.
So he had a shirt on and it said "Ill Son."
Oh shit!
Damn.
And I was like, I saw it and I was like, that's so fucking sick. Where'd you get it? And he started
Yeah.
telling me about all these websites, and I was like, that's dope, man. Who are you? Like, I started talking, and then
said,
so
"Who are you?"
Yeah, like where are you fucking from? Like, because I never met him, but that just went back to what Rex was explaining to me in the beginning of Public Zoo. There's probably all kinds of people out there that we just don't know them, and they want to be a part of us, like just as, like, you know what I mean? And so he would come there to our show, and then like he was like, yeah, I DJ too, and then he goes on, he's like, I got 24 karat gold motherfucking turntables. And I thought he was fucking lying. I was like, well, I don't know anything about it. I was like, what the fuck? What, Liberace? And so Pez de la Rock was actually our first DJ, and he brought all of his DJ equipment over to the Bahamas, and he set it up real fucking nice. And he had speakers, he had everything.
The 1200s, right?
I don't really know.
They had to be some. They were
Yeah, they
24K. They had to be
Yeah.
some
Yeah,
1200.
they're the 1200s.
Yeah,
And he had a crossfader. He had everything. He was like one of the first persons I ever knew to have that stuff. Like, it actually
Just
legit.
equipment.
Yeah, he legit had it. And that, what was even crazier is like we just met him and he just left all that shit.
You know what I'm saying? He brought it over and just left the shit over.
Yeah, he set it up one day and he was like, all right, because he was working at Executive Surf Club as a line cook. He's like, all right, I gotta go to work, and just fucking left. And then I was like, is he coming back for this shit? Or is it like a donation?
It's a donation.
He was down for the cause, man.
Yeah, he was down.
Yeah.
And so, and then like he would come back and play beats, and then he would also, and he's actually a really quiet guy too. He's like one of those guys you got to draw a conversation out of. And then so motherfucking he starts talking about like, oh, I do graffiti too. I do graffiti. And so we were all drinking and smoking one night, and then we were like, well, do you really you get down, you bomb? And I'll say, he's like, fuck yeah, I do. And then so they're built.
Fuck yeah, dude.
That's how he talks.
Yeah. No, I'm picturing it. I'm
And
picturing
so,
it.
His Pez a little guy.
yeah, he's
Okay.
He gotta be like this.
maybe 100 pounds, little
shit.
guy.
Yeah.
He's a very nice dude, very super polite,
Alright.
very quiet. And then so we just called his bluff, and like the whole zoo went out. Like 12, 15 of us went bombing that night.
Damn.
Just like we just did a full city blitz, and he got arrested that night.
Oh, shit.
And he was the only person who got arrested.
Oh, man.
We were so you know where the
So
discount.
was it his first time then seeing this?
Yeah, and that's the first time he ever got arrested was with us.
No, I meant like actually fucking bombing. Like,
Yeah, because you said that he was he actually a bomber? You said that he would. You said
No.
y'all called his bluff. So
we
was
called
he,
his bluff because like I didn't really know what to think of him. I'm still
Yeah.
learning him, and like he's like a nerdy, quiet guy, and I'm like, I should have believed him because I didn't believe he had 24 karat turntables. And he did.
Yeah.
So he was a tagger.
Yeah, so he was.
Already.
We were getting down. We were doing rooftops. We went wild that night. We started like at 2 a.m, and it was like creeping up on 5:30, 6 a.m. And so that discount tire that sits at Weber and SPID,
Yeah.
it was something else back then. And so him and Worm were doing a rooftop up there, and fucking CCPD boop, just enclosed on that shit, and we all
Damn.
literally ran like fucking roaches, and they caught him on the rooftop, and he got
Damn.
arrested. And then we ended up bailing him out, and
That's what's up.
that's how Pez got down with us, and that was our first actual DJ.
Damn. Shout out Pez.
Yeah, Pez de la
Y'all
Rock,
put him
man.
down right when he got out. When he got out.
Well, no, so that was before.
Boy came home to a chain and shit.
Yeah. So actually, so when we got him out of jail, it was actually his birthday, the day we got him out,
Damn.
and
Damn.
yeah, we actually had him a birthday cake.
Oh,
And we
shit.
brought him back to the Bahamas, and we sang him happy birthday, and we were just like, "Yo, man, you're in public zoo now, like whether you want to be or not." And he was all smiling and shit, and
These all your equipment already was.
yeah, and I was like, so even, like, it's cool. Like we were like, if you don't want to be in public zoo, that's cool, but your stuff is staying here. Man.
straight
I was like,
Oh,
no, but he was real happy, man. And I remember him telling me one time that he was like, we were his first group of real friends, and so that really meant something, and that really laid down the foundation too. Those kind of talks for public zoo. It was formulated basically really just on friendship, and that's how we operated for fucking.
But
long
through
time.
music, right?
Yeah. So I mean, Rex.
That's the beautiful thing about everything we always do, because each of y'all have been through music for me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So,
100%.
Yeah, so I mean, Rex was doing music. Rex was very creative. He had a very creative soul to him. He was into dancing, art, poetry, and he was into rapping, and he was into bare knuckle brawling in the backyard.
Yeah.
He was like, because I mean, he
Fucking dirty
he just got out of the
Rex.
Marine Corps, man. So like, he was still on the rah stuff.
Yeah.
So I mean that really he really set the standard for what somebody who wants to be in public zoo should look like and sound like, and how they should carry themselves. And
he set that bar.
yeah, he really did, man, early on, and I'm glad he did, because none of us were thinking like that. We were just like, we were worried about getting fucked up, and we were worried about the next party, and that was it. But he really took it to another level.
Brought the structure to it.
He really did. He really brought like a kind of a military mindset. And I remember we were doing shows, and it was getting like pretty good for us. And he would have auditions at that house at the Bahamas.
Yeah.
People would be
Oh,
like,
shit.
yeah, it
Like
was-
to show the crew?
no, to like
perform at the show.
perform at the
Oh,
shows.
shit.
Yeah, and so people would come over, and like they would be literally doing performances in our living room, and like it was pretty strange, man. Rex would have his note clip and his notepad, and like sometimes if he didn't like him, like I saw him do this many times, he would just be like, all right, fellas, all right, I'll call you, and he would just cut them off, and then like they would have that fucking
He didn't.
Any notable names that maybe got passed on or something?
God
That ended up being something
No.
more
Say
than-
Michael
no.
White. Say
The
Michael
last-
White.
We got it down.
Say Michael White.
no.
I was going to ask that when you were talking about the damn city skates earlier, if Mike was there the same time.
Highlight?
No, that
You
was
mean highlight?
That was way earlier.
I don't remember.
Because I was
I
at
don't
City
remember.
Skates, and like he say, I was there.
But y'all got two different areas. If you think about you,
But
and
I
John
was at
John's
City
gonna have
Skates in
different city
'96,
skates.
and y'all were there. You say about. So I'm guessing
Late-
you're probably
late
like
90s.
2-3 years older than me. Shit.
It was the late '90s when we were hanging out there. Yeah.
Okay, yeah. So yeah, Mike Nim was there probably like around 2000,
After
2001, 2002. Like whenever I was there, that was like 96, 97, 98.
I
Like,
was rollerblading.
and then that's whenever we like the way they say like, oh, we're too old, got too old for, and that's maybe I'm guessing. Well, I'm in my mind, I'm guessing that's kind of maybe where the caution crew maybe started falling apart because maybe y'all felt y'all were too old to be going
Yeah.
to City Skates to
Confusion.
So, yeah, confusion.
confusion. Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
he was
Yeah, we
confused
kinda,
about
like,
the caution.
It got kind of weird. It got kind of weird, man. We were like turning 18 and stuff. Like, oh, do we really need to be hanging around fucking city skates?
Yo.
Yeah.
Every-
So, yeah, that's
I
the
think
same
we've all
shit. Yeah,
experienced that
exactly.
feeling.
Yeah, exactly.
But then y'all
exactly.
like move up to like Stingers and stuff.
Yeah. So.
So y'all graduated to Stingers?
Yeah, we
But that was
moved
with a
up-
different crew though, huh?
Yeah, and that's when Public Zoo started happening, and when it was just a straight.
Boy, graduated from City Skates
yeah,
to
it was
Stingers,
just a
man.
straight
Hold
breakdance crew
up.
back then.
College.
From the crew to the zoo.
Yeah, man, and then we just started recruiting people after that, and that's how I started meeting these guys. A lot of the people I met was through like battle rap and golf wars, and with Mark Champion doing golf wars. That's how I met a lot of people, like the newer people who joined kind of later in the timeline. But the original groups, like the original 10, and so that was like way back in the earlier 2000s, and hanging around the Bahamas.
Actually,
So when y'all were doing the Gulf Wars and all those things, that was like 2009 on. Probably
Yeah.
to like 12 or 13, something like that. I think that's the time.
Yeah, because I was
frame.
24. I was like 23 or 24 when I joined.
See, I remember that.
God,
too.
that was 14 years ago, fool.
House of
Yeah,
Rock
it was.
stage.
That's what's crazy is
They
I joined
treated
at
that
the
shit like
end of
Kanye
that
and The
shit.
Rock.
I was the last one to join.
yeah, he was actually the last one to join.
Yeah, okay.
I put
Yeah.
it down.
Man.
Yeah.
Were y'all doing
It was
shows
a
at
Gulf
Stingers?
Wars.
Yeah.
We were doing shows at Stinger. Our first shows, and it was all organized by Rex. He did the flyer design, the booking of the acts, like everything. The only thing he wanted us was to show up, and his idea was like we mobbed together everywhere, and that's what made it look like the Public Zoo was much
Like,
bigger
like,
than
like a
this.
fucking
Straight up.
military.
Like
Yeah,
a military,
yeah.
yeah.
So that was like one of his things too. Like Dirty Rex always wanted us to support each other no matter what we were doing.
That's
And,
righteous.
Yeah, so we would like so Theo's used to have like dollar pint nights, which is a huge mistake for them financially. So we would all be there like on Tuesday nights and shit, just getting fucking hammered. And that's how I met this guy for the first time. We were playing foosball.
Football.
Yeah.
Dang. I ain't
And,
played football in a minute.
Yeah, it was interesting times back then, but it was good times.
Yep.
Damn.
So Joe Brock's like the last official member of the zoo.
So that's like skipping towards like, I don't know, you said Stingers was what year?
Late,
2001.
yeah. So we officially became a crew in 2000
Already. And you say y'all's first event was at Stingers?
at Stingers. Yep, all of our events. The only events that we could do was at Stingers, because of Rex, because he was like the bar back, he was the bartender, he was the doorman, he was.
Did y'all try to go elsewhere and like they
No,
weren't trying to
I
hear
didn't.
y'all?
I never cared to do any of that.
Yeah,
to be
because I
honest.
almost
y'all
feel like
doing
Stingers
Honeybee
would probably
Hands
be
and
the
shit?
premier venue because that's why I'm even seeing like they was letting y'all do stuff like that at Stingers? Because in my knowledge, back in those days, Stingers was just known as like the dance spot. So
Well,
for them to let y'all have an actual event there,
So
like,
the way we would do our events were like before Stingers would open for the night.
already,
So like the events would start like at 6 in the
Okay.
evening, and then we had to be out of there by 10.
already.
So, but it actually had a pretty good following. I think like at the peak of it, like maybe like 40 people, which was a lot to us. And then of course there's like 20 of us.
For local,
There'd be,
for
like,
local,
20 of
that's
us.
a lot. Like,
Yeah.
I mean, shit. You get 100 people, looks like 1,000.
And then it just kept snowballing, man. Honestly, and Rex was just really organized, and we started like packing venues to the point where we couldn't let people in anymore. And then that's when I started like I guess stepping up and trying to be more of a leader of Public Zoo.
So where do y'all go from Stingers? Where's the next spot that y'all?
Well, it kind of dies out for a while after that because Rex kind of disconnected himself from us because he had some internal issues with the way things were going. That's just, he could probably tell the story.
Was there
better
like
than
a
I could.
president, and like you say, y'all had a structure? Was there like a president?
So Rex,
like
Rex was definitely the leader of Public Zoo at the time, and since he and I were roommates, we had a lot of conversations. So I kind of just like
Y'all made a lot
inherited
of
the role.
co-decisions.
Yeah, well, it's more like him making decision and me just agreeing. Because like
Yes, sir.
yeah, because I mean like
That boy was on that military.
so I mean
shit.
Rex is like so passionate when he would talk. It's like I don't know how to rebuttal that.
Yeah.
With the way he would deliver his messages, because he's such a creative, deep thinker, and so when he would say things like this person we need to do this, man, we should blah blah blah. I'm like, oh yes, yeah, that's a good idea. I was just thinking that, yeah.
Yes.
Whatever you say, I was thinking the same thing. But like, so he disconnected himself, and that's a story he can definitely tell if we could ever track him down. He's kind of elusive, like the great Houdini. I don't know where he's at.
Still in Texas? Oh, you don't even know where he's at?
No, he's probably in his late 40s, mid 40s now.
Hit just Facebook Dirty Rex.
Yeah, and if y'all can find him, that'd be great. He's definitely probably got some pretty good stories to tell from back then. And then I guess I kind of inherited the role. And
So that's about what time though? What year?
probably like 2006. 2006, yeah, because I remember my son wasn't born yet. Yeah, so it was probably 2006 where I start trying to lead Public Zoo into like the next era. And then we haven't really done shows or anything for a while at that point. And I forget the name of the freaking bar.
Jackashes?
Revo.
Oh God, no, it was downtown.
Down to
Porky's. Or is
Porky,
it
no, I don't know, but one
Bourbon
place
Street.
one of the places reached out to us and asked if we wanted to host like a Christmas party there.
And how long of a hiatus had y'all been on at that
Well,
point?
we weren't doing any shows
Q's?
for. No, it was down the street from Q's, like going away from Q's. It's probably been like 4-ish years since we like
Ooh,
organized a show,
shit.
but we were still hanging out as a crew.
That's what I was
Okay.
gonna ask. Y'all still
Already.
active like behind
Yeah,
the scenes?
we were always like together, like all the time. We used to go to the beach on Sundays all the time, and then we like started absorbing more people, and we would just be at the beach like on Sundays. That was like our thing for a long time, even if it was raining. And then I remember one year it was Indy's birthday, and we had a bonfire, and the bonfire got so out of control, the freaking cops showed up,
Damn.
and it was even more fucked up. Indy had a warrant
Oh,
on his
shit.
birthday.
on his birthday and got arrested.
Damn.
But yeah, somebody had reached out and asked us to do a Christmas show for them. And I don't really know what their motive was or why they thought that would be a good idea.
Council Rock?
Nah. It'll come to me later, man. But we did it. And like we mobbed in there and like it was nuts, man. They never invited us back after that, honestly.
But it was a good show
It
as
was a
far
good,
as like y'all
yeah.
packed it out.
Oh,
and shit.
I remember what it was. Honeybee Hams.
I said
Look,
Honeybee Hams earlier.
which is not-
Gentleman G just said that earlier.
which was
That's not
which-
downtown. Yeah.
Which was not downtown, my fault. Yeah, Honeybee Hams. We
What
started
the hell
doing
is
shows there.
Honeybee Ham?
Yeah, for real.
So it's a
It's
store.
now called fucking.
Sounds like a place that sells ham sandwiches.
You know where Max Barbecue is
Yeah.
on Alameda?
They did.
You know where Max Barbecue is on Alameda?
Yeah.
no.
Okay. Where the HEB is on Alameda?
Robert.
Yes.
Yeah, on
I
Robert.
live right by here. so I
Right
know
behind that is a barbecue place, and then right next to that is a little shopping center.
Okay.
Honeybee Hams. That's like because
yeah.
I knew of Public Zoo when I was a kid playing punk rock shows because we were playing Honeybee Hams all the time. Their flyers were up there. Our flyers were up there. So like, yeah, we all played the same venue. So like,
Is it in the same shopping center where that jewelry store is?
I think so.
yeah.
The
I
jewelry
think
store is
so.
in the front, and there's like a bar all
Yeah.
the way in the
Yeah,
back.
Yeah, it's the bar all the way in the
Okay,
back.
but it used to be called Honeybee Ham.
Yeah, hey,
Okay,
bro.
I know you're talking
Some
about.
shit went down. They had actually an all vegan hardcore show there one time,
All vegan.
and it was funny because one of the
So they would
bands-
mix food with music.
Yeah, no, well, so this dude, it was Joseph Andrews, right? It's Joseph Andrews. His parents own it. His family owned it, and he ran it. So he's a DJ. You know,
Yeah,
fucking
shout out to Joseph, man.
Yosef,
Yeah.
To open something.
Joseph or
He's
Joseph?
gonna run something.
Joseph Andrews, bro. Like,
Yeah, but he goes by Joseph, I think.
Yosef?
yeah. But that homie, he was the one that was booking shows. He was into hip hop. He was into DJ and hardcore. He was the one that was DJing for indie this weekend.
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So yeah, that's where we started doing.
Yeah,
once
he
I
was-
started booking the shows, that's where we were
Yeah.
doing it at. And Indy was like always like our guy that we.
Your
would rap.
headliner?
Yeah, it's like our only rapper. But like we had like a lot of friends that would come and support it, so we would pack Honeybee Hams. And I remember like it got to the point where people couldn't even get
You
in.
couldn't get in.
Yeah.
There was that little partition right there.
Yeah.
Remember?
So
There was that little
whenever
thing.
after the hiatus, and then they asked y'all to do the Christmas party, do you reach out to Red? Is that it? Rex? Do you reach out to Rex, or you're at that point you're already fully on your own?
No, it was just me at that point. And
You hadn't talked to Rex for a couple of years at that
in
point.
person, I had ran into him a couple times, and it's just something that he was no longer interested in doing.
Oh, okay. But you were still with the shits.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
And yeah, I haven't seen Rex in, god damn, man, since that, probably around that time frame, like 15, 20 years ago, something like that.
Should reach out.
Yeah, I mean, I would love to. He would definitely tell you some more in-depth stories about the public zoo.
Shit, I'd like to make
Already.
s'mores and listen.
So yeah, we started doing those shows, and then
So when you say everything went crazy at the Honeybee Hams and they never invited y'all back, what
well,
happened?
we had to kind of invite ourselves back because they were doing like
So that Christmas show, what happens at the Christmas show?
the cops show up, man.
They always showed up there.
Shit.
So
Cops always showed
so
up to
this place
Honeybee
is
Hams.
And
just-
y'all were just there just to host it and just to stand
we
there
were
and look
hosting
good?
it. We were fucking partying. Some people went out.
Were
to-
y'all rapping and shit on there?
I never did rap at all, but Indy was rapping a lot. Some other people, this dude named Stro, this is how we meet a guy named Stro who was in the zoo for a while too. And then some people go outside and they start fucking doing graffiti all over the HEB and all over some parked cars in HEB. And they just start kind of vandalizing the fucking shopping
Damn.
center, and the cops show up and just kind of shut it fucking down.
I think
Okay, so I'm
I remember.
This is I guess this is the perception that I'm getting, and maybe I'm wrong. Correct me if I'm wrong. So at this time, if I book Public Zoo, I'm getting a DJ, a host, and a
bill.
rapper.
You're getting the whole fucking
And
shebang,
some
man.
motherfucking break dances.
And some breakdancing.
Because that was a standard.
Okay.
That was a standard
Okay.
of public zoo. Like you had to be functioning in one of the four elements of hip
So if I
hop.
book Public Zoo, I'm getting
And
all
we're-
four
yeah,
elements of this
we're
shit.
all showing up. And it
Fucking
really,
Party
it's like-
City up in that
And
bitch.
really, y'all are all showing up anyway, right?
Yeah,
to
we're all
support
going
each
to
other.
show up. All
So
the
the
time.
breakdancing might not be intentional, but they're gonna be there.
We're gonna be
Oh,
there,
yeah.
and
in case the smoke is wanted.
and you know,
Already.
like booking, it wasn't like very professional either. It was like somebody would just DM us, be like, "Yo, we're doing this. Y'all want to come by?" Yep. And then we'd be
On the
fucking
way.
there.
No more
yeah.
auditions.
Yeah, yeah. I didn't do the auditions anymore. Yeah, and
Is that really something y'all didn't do after Homie left?
I never did auditions, man. I was just happy somebody outside of Public Zoo wanted to be interested in,
Gotcha.
in hanging out
Right.
with us.
Yeah. And if they brought something to it, then hell yeah.
Yeah, I was always interested in, and that's another thing I did learn from Dirty Rex, because he would organize these shows with people who would like not necessarily like hang out with us, and we wouldn't necessarily hang out with them. Like Loudmouth.
Yeah.
I remember
Shout
him like
out
booking
Loud.
Loudmouth.
Again.
Yeah, I mean like I'm cool with Loudmouth, and we're all cool with Loudmouth, but you know that's a different style of hip hop
Yeah.
than us, right? So, but his idea was like, if we can book all these different genres of hip hop and they bring all their friends, you know what I mean? It's just gonna be like a collective thing for everybody.
I was just saying, yeah.
So that was the madness that of Dirty Rex.
Big booking indie bands, hardcore
Well,
bands.
that started a lot of shit,
street
to
punk
be honest.
bands
like
together.
That mindset, or that idea, as
Yeah.
far as y'all in Gotti Gang, like from what I personally seen, because they were on everything probably before my time of knowing y'all to meeting y'all, because Loud was at the first Go For Us,
Mhm.
you know what I mean? And then same thing with Stephon the Voice, like y'all just had different people who weren't Zoo involved. They were also part of the the four elements.
Yeah,
shit.
and I guess that was Dirty Rex's blueprint
Yeah.
to like popularize us.
That's
right?
what's up. Hell yeah.
And it worked. I don't know if it was intentional or unintentional, but it worked.
The Legend of Dirty Rex.
Yeah,
Man,
Dirty
sure.
Rex, man.
Somebody tagged him. I think Gentleman G tagged him.
Oh, is Gentleman
Oh,
G
really?
on the live stream?
Yeah, he's on the live.
Ah, Gentleman
He
G.
said I was right in the damn middle.
Dude, that's fucking Dirty Kid Rock.
So where did
Kid Rock.
Dirty. That boy just. Hey, leave that boy alone. He just cut his hair off. He ain't even here to
I
defend
fucking-
himself.
no,
Leave him
I
alone.
love Gentleman
Because
G.
he's
man.
there.
He
He
cut his
Gentleman-
hair.
I love Gentleman
Hey.
G, man. I miss that guy. Gentleman G's such a good dude, man.
So where does he come in?
Oh fuck, dude! I don't even know where this guy comes in, man.
Because he had his.
Where do you come in at, Gentleman G?
excavations from the shelter. He had the shelter
I
going
don't
on.
even remember, man. I
They
remember.
had a townhome for the
I
studio.
don't remember.
Yeah,
That's-
the underground
When did you
shelter.
come
I
in,
believe.
JR?
Correct me if I'm wrong, G.
Oh, for the you talking about his recording studio? Yeah.
Underground shelter, right, or something.
It was
like that,
it was
or
underground. It was underground.
something.
He's about to pop up.
Fallout
Man, I
shelter,
know this
think.
man tuned in, and y'all sitting here trying to guess the name of his shit. Whatever we could just ask him.
Yeah.
It's taking too damn long to answer.
I don't
told
really,
his
I
ass
don't
to
really
pull up.
remember.
It's on a delay.
I know Gentleman G has always been a member of Public Zoo, but I don't really remember the background
Figure it
story of it. What did it say? I came in and battled at Honeybee Hams. Okay.
He battled India battle.
Oh, he battled India at Honeybee Hams. Okay. Yeah, that Gentleman G can fucking battle.
Hey, dude, I'll tell you what. The sickest time I seen Gentleman G, he flipped this dude's name. What was that fool's name from Beeville?
Shit.
Oh, shit.
Ask John. Nah, it's just like,
That's my cousin, man. My cousin.
Still Underground Productions, he said.
I'm ready.
Okay, so
John,
the
we gonna
Beeville,
still
whenever you
underground.
talk about the Beeville shit going on, that was the ECW to their WWF?
That would be ECW, yes. If we
Beeville?
were WCW as TBL 361,
Oh,
Beeville's
TBL.
battle scene would be ECW.
Oh, hell yeah. Oh,
That's how we break it down on this
that's how I
motherfucker
tell them
shit.
the stories of my
like
point
that,
of view.
man.
At
Yeah,
that
y'all
time.
shit. He always says y'all shit.
Well,
was
who do you
basically
like
WWF.
Beeville's more like backyard wrestling.
Oh,
You know what I'm saying? Just
On the trampoline.
on a travel league.
Oh,
They got a nice
man.
disc golf course out there.
I find that all
he
funny
said this is for all my
because
juggalos and juggalettes.
That boy fired.
I
God
find that funny
dang.
because of where it went to. You know what I'm saying? Y'all know what I'm saying because the whole Beeville versus Corpus thing that developed
I do
over
remember
that
that.
battle time
Yeah, I
period.
remember
You
that.
know what I'm saying? Like that shit was funny as fuck, but some of that shit got pretty serious. on
The
some of
battle
them
rap
nights.
era?
Yeah. When it was
man.
Sire and OD coming to Corpus.
Yeah,
That dude was from
yeah,
Beeville,
yeah.
right? That's who you're talking about?
Yes.
So y'all
That's
were,
why I'm laughing at the whole
Public
Beeville
Zoo
thing,
was
bro.
originally doing battle raps.
Not originally, but we got into the battle rap circuit through the guys from Austin,
Shout out,
TBL.
Were y'all fading like South by Southwest early?
Japanese
And shit?
Indy was going to South by Southwest to battle rap.
Shout out Japa. Yeah, because he was actually on one of the
He,
first
he was
TBLs
after
that I
he
remember.
was Indy really like put himself out there like as far as traveling and shit. Y'all would travel
up.
to B-boy and shit
Oh,
too,
dude,
right?
bro, me and Indy one time we drove from Corpus
So-
nonstop to Chicago.
To Chicago, like
Dang.
Yeah,
yeah.
To do something?
yeah. There was an event in Chicago called City versus City.
And he
And,
battle rapped in
Yeah,
that, right?
he battled there. We drove. I think it was nonstop, 21 hours.
Was it
Damn.
Eminem at that one too? Like before
No,
or
no. You're thinking of Idea.
Idea. There you
Yeah.
go.
So Indy battled Idea from
Idea.
Idea and Abilities from Rhymesayers. No, yeah. It was when we went to Chicago. That was a very unplanned event, man. Like we knew about that event like months before, and we talked about it. Like, man, we should fucking go, man. Blah blah. But like nothing ever came of it.
Yeah.
And then like 2 days before we were gonna go, Indy. I don't know where he got some money from. I don't know.
Oh, we know.
But I had some money, and we were just like, fuck it, let's go. And I actually borrowed my stepmom's car.
Damn.
She trusted me to do it. Shout out to her.
Damn.
And then,
She just wanted to get you out the house to be with your daddy.
She believed in the cause,
She was
too.
just trying to get with your daddy.
She believed in Indy that much, and me and Indy.
She didn't believe in India at all. Hell no.
Yo, where'd you think I got the money from, player?
Nah,
I'm just playing.
No, we fucking got on the road, left Corpus, non-fucking stop. The only time we stopped was to fuel up and to get like some munchies. We were in Texarkana. How do you say that?
Texarkana.
Say we were in Texarkana, and we were running low on funds. Right? We're not even out of Texas yet.
Yeah, yo, bro, y'all down here.
Like, motherfucker, should we turn around?
So the only money on reserve that we have is really just for gas. But we get there, and I'm like, damn, I'm kind of hungry. And and Indy was like, pump the gas. And Indy goes inside, and he comes out all these fucking like Slim Jims and a hot dog and like a big fucking guppy. He goes, let's go. Ooh, fucking so he went there, fucking stole all these fucking hot dogs. Like a hot dog in his pocket. And shit.
Yeah, a pocket dog.
And you know what else he had?
Damn.
You know when you see those energy pills that they sell to truckers?
Yeah, the
Indy
Stingers.
had like a fucking whole Ziploc bag of them.
Oh, the stackers or
But
something.
no, he had no
No
they were
dose?
called, they
No
were called,
dose?
killer bees or they're
Oh,
called.
the
yeah,
fucking
yeah.
He would pop them like open and snort them like it's cocaine.
Damn.
And we drove all the way to fucking Chicago, no problems. We get to Chicago, and we had MapQuest printouts.
Oh,
Nice.
shit.
But like either
shit.
me or Indy forgot to grab the last page.
What?
So when we got to Chicago, we didn't know where to go. We were just driving around Chicago, which is not. I don't recommend.
What
that
year
to
is
anybody.
this?
I don't recommend that.
Oh god, man, that was
02,
it was
01?
probably like 05.
Already.
Maybe like 05-ish.
Already. Damn.
But we finally ended up where we were going, and it's actually in Cicero. That's the name of the city. It's actually where
Sally sells seashells.
that's where Al Capone is from.
Oh,
And
Oh,
that's,
Al
that's
Capone?
where the actual city versus city battle was there. And Indy kept saying Corpus Christi. And I remember the host. The host was actually this guy called Rhymefest, who actually wrote music for Kanye West.
Yeah.
And he was the host of the battle. And he kept on saying Corpus Crispy.
Mm.
Like, over
I
and over.
knew it. I knew you
Yeah.
were gonna say that. God
And I
damn.
don't know if he was doing that intentionally to be funny or if he just didn't know.
He had a list,
know.
fool. Leave him alone.
Maybe he did. I don't know. But Indy went up there and he battled some Chicago guys and he did his thing and it was pretty cool.
No footage exists of this.
There may be some on the
Maybe.
internet, but I didn't record anything.
Already.
Yeah, all I had with me was what I could fit in my
A
backpack.
razor phone.
Yeah.
Sidekick.
Oh no. And then
Psychic.
I also remember Indy ended up befriending some guy that we battled, and this dude ended up giving us some money.
What?
Because we were like telling him our situation, and then we end up like in the south side of Chicago to go to McDonald's with this guy, and I'll never forget this shit. There's a metal detector inside the McDonald's.
Yeah, damn.
And so like we walk in there, and the guy's coming with us, and it's like beep, 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 like beeping on him, and then he was like, "I'll be outside." Like he didn't want to come in,
Damn.
and then like it was super crazy, man. Like all these metal detectors going in and out of a fucking McDonald's.
That's crazy, bro.
So like yeah, this guy gave us. He was super nice, and I don't remember his name, but he gave us like $20 and like it showed us around town. Honestly, for a minute, I thought he was gonna rob us
That's real.
because it felt very set up-ish. Like why is this dude being so fucking nice to us? You know what I mean?
That's
And
funny.
but no, nothing happened, and then we ended up driving back to Corpus.
On $20.
No, we had some extra money. We had money for gas, but this is also when gas was like $1.50.
Yeah, $1.15.
So,
So-
were you around the time when he met Japanese Jesus and them for the TBO battles?
I know. I mean, I was because at that time I'm in the army at that time, so I was
You were in
living.
San Antonio, right?
Well, yeah, I was living in San Antonio, and then I was living in Missouri, so I wasn't present when all that like kind of happened. When the Gulf War's idea, I was in the conversations digitally, but I was not physically in those.
You weren't at the first one?
Nope, I wasn't at the first Gulf Wars.
You
The
were
first
at the
one.
second one at Revel then?
No.
I think it was at Revel.
No, I think
I
you
think
were
the
at
third
one.
one. The third one was the
Rock.
first time I showed up.
Yeah.
Oh, shit.
So after
Damn,
does-
y'all must have done a lot because your face was on that bitch a lot.
I think we
bro.
did, like-
whatever events y'all did do outside of Gulf Wars. Like I'm just trying to put numbers on shit, right? But there was a lot of little shit in between
Yeah, we
these
yeah.
major events.
That was something we did. That we did.
He was still
sneaks up,
CEO
or,
of Focus
laces
Too
up.
Hardcore.
so whenever like y'all go on the hiatus, the dude with the 24K turntables, does he kind of fall off too? So whenever you pick it back up, y'all have
So-
to. is
You
that
want to
when
see if he still got the
DBS
24
No,
karat.
I'm
want the
trying to figure
turntables.
out. I'm trying to figure out between him being the first DJ and
And to
DBS coming
DBS?
in. Was there any
And how
other
we met
DJs in between
I'll,
that?
I'll touch on that one.
Okay.
This dude was in San Antonio around that
Okay,
time.
okay.
And that's when I got in with those. Basically, we would do shows at Jack Ash's and stuff.
Already,
And Pez was, Pez was rocking some shows with us still.
already.
But then they bought in the Scratch Robots, which consists of DJ Ghost, DJ Savior,
Shout out Savior,
Yes,
shout
sir.
out Ghost.
and Devious.
Already.
Actually, it
Shout out
started off
Devious.
with two Ghost and Savior, and then Devious came around the same time and joined them. So they would do shows there at Jackass. Because Roger used to own it. Roger was part.
That's right here on.
Oh,
Yeah, Roger,
Yeah,
yeah,
it's like
Roger.
Tapology now.
Oh yeah,
Yeah,
right
it's
here on
Staples.
Alameda.
Roger, the
Or
VW
Staples,
man.
Yeah, he had a turntable set up in the side of his car.
Yeah.
Like he popped the hatch and there's
It was
turntables.
called Murphy's Law back then, right?
Yeah, it was
Yeah.
called Murphy's Law back
Yeah,
then.
yeah,
I worked
Murphy's
with
Law.
Rogers at Utopia back in the day. That's
Okay.
how I met him.
Yeah, so around that time, we were doing shows. We were bringing down like a lot of underground rappers, like DJ Dibs,
Yeah, and then goddamn, LA Symphony came by.
LA Symphony.
Two Mex came by.
Yep.
A lot of people came to Corpus in those days.
So it was really underground, you know what I'm saying?
So
it was-
these are actually underground like hip hop artists.
they're
like,
big, like
Yeah,
legends.
they're pretty big
Okay,
names.
so-
Yeah, from
Yeah,
Cali.
because those names would
You know what I'm
be
saying? From like out there from out of state and shit.
Yeah.
Already.
yeah,
Yeah.
those names would be names I wouldn't know and I'm not familiar with. But like I tell them, I get introduced to those names through local people.
Mhm.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
So
that's
they-
that's what Indy was doing for me when I first
So-
met him. Like talking about
straight up.
atmosphere.
Those
and
dudes were
Aesop
comparable to like the Point Blanks and like the,
Yeah.
the
Exactly.
K Renos
Yeah.
of like already.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, K Ring,
they're
that
like
boy
the
bad.
underground of the
Yeah,
screw
yeah,
ass,
yeah,
us,
hell yeah. Already, hell yeah.
So that went on, and there was always tension between us and the Scratch Robots. There always was. So
Was there tension because y'all trying to do an event, they're trying to do an event, and y'all trying to do them at the same place?
No, they were like the house DJs, like Roger would book them and stuff. So we
So whenever
we had
y'all
to coexist, but there was always some kind of
Oh.
weird tension. You know what I mean? So Devious was seeing that, and it's a funny story. Like me and Devious didn't get along at all because
Oh,
of
shit.
that. Yeah,
So Devious isn't public zoo at this point.
not at this point.
Already.
He's still Scratch Robots.
Still scratch robots. So flash forward, he starts. Yeah, I want to get down with you. I was like, nah, dude. Like you trying to jump ship from your crew to our crew. Like that's not loyalty. I just that's disrespect. So me and him had that little tension.
Yeah.
The following week, I get home. Dose is there and Stroh's there. They're like, yo, we're throwing a party tonight. I'm like, what? They're like, yeah, we got it. No, and they're like, who's the DJing? He's like, damn, dude. He's like, that dude Devious. And I was like, fuck. All right, whatever. Man, at the end of the night, we were sharing a ball Jack Daniels. And we just became best friends after that, really. And then he started hanging out with us more, and basically we got him down, too.
Already.
Shit, I remember shows and shit like how I remember playing like punk and hardcore shows and tearing down, and I'd see Devious like getting shit out of his truck, and I'm like, "What are you doing?" He's like, "Oh, we got the hip hop show after y'all." All right,
Was
cool.
that like Equalize?
Now every time it happened would be at this place called the Compound.
Oh.
Yeah, that's where I got stabbed.
Oh,
Yeah, I got stabbed at the Compound. Yeah,
that's like way.
That's some rap shit?
it's right off of Agnes.
Pretty
He's
close
on
to
some rap
Agnes and
shit.
Staples.
Staples.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Agnes and Staples. Yeah, I
You
got
trying to
stabbed there.
shortstop somebody or what?
Nah, actually, some dude got sucker punched, flipped out a knife and stabbed me. I was trying to stop the fight. Homeboy stabbed me, and I was just like, "Damn!" He's like, "You just got cut," and he was like, "Oh shit, wrong person."
My bad.
Yeah.
My bad.
Did you forgive him?
You know, what I mean, hey, it is what it is. I ain't dead. I'm alive, but I'll tell you what, I ain't
up.
stopping no fights no more. I ain't gonna act like no Buddha no more. But
Nobody-
yeah, we would play shows and shit, and like hardcore shows. You know, we would be ending like 10, 11 o'clock, and these fools be loading up. I'm like, shit, it's already like 11 or 12. We're gonna fucking party till the fucking 3 or 4, motherfucker. Yeah, these shows went on like,
Yeah.
it was fucking like 2008.
Yeah, I remember. So I was living in San Antonio when Mark Champion would tell me about Devious all the time,
Yeah.
and I never met Devious like at all. And then I came down here and we were at the Revolution.
Yeah.
Was it Revolution Room?
Revolution.
No,
Revolution.
Revo.
Yeah,
Okay.
Revolution.
Revo.
Yeah, well, because there at the same time there was another bar in San Antonio called Rev Room.
Rev
Already.
Room. Yeah.
And I would always confuse the two. But that's where I met Devious the first night.
It's now Flanagan's. Yeah.
and
Southside Flanagan's.
I ain't been,
Oh, is that what it's
I ain't
called?
been since, bro.
Yeah.
So Pez stopped doing the DJing. He found a girl stuff, so he found love. So Devious stepped in a lot for a lot of our shows.
Already.
Then eventually we got him down.
So did y'all always have somebody in a position, like you're saying everybody had a job or a part of the four elements? Did everybody,
Well-
was that position always filled? Like how you took over homie's job
Yeah.
or whatever, you know, however you want to say it. You know, Devious took over homie's job. Like a breakdancing, did that ever stop?
So it got to a point where nobody really cared anymore.
Yeah.
That we're just happy to be a crew now.
Straight
Now,
up.
now I guess you could say now we're like transitioning to like a party crew or something.
Yeah.
Because, like, and then our standards kind of changed a little bit, and then this is where like to me it starts kind of going down for me, as far as like the integrity of Public Zoo, because now it didn't really matter. Now as long as you were just a part, like a hang around kind of person, you could be in Public Zoo, and I didn't really like that. But it's kind of beyond me. It's like it just
Was
it
that
just-
because you were in San Antonio or Missouri
yeah, and I was
at the
living
time?
I was living in Missouri actually, and
So it's kind of hard to make that call.
yeah,
from
and,
up
it's,
there.
and you know, nobody wants to be told what to do, like,
Yeah.
as far as like how we should be hanging out.
Yeah,
You know what I
straight
mean?
up.
So it just kind of spiraled, and
Especially everyone in the zoo, man. We have our own egos, so.
Already.
It was,
We're all
it was
not
out of my
gonna do
hands.
lot
Yeah,
of
and then it got to the
egos.
point where I'd be
Lot of
coming
egos.
home to Corpus, and then like I would meet people, and they would introduce themselves as like, "My name is such and such Public Zoo," and I'm like, "Cool, man."
Never met him before.
Yeah, and I had no clue who this person is. I'm like, "That's awesome."
You gotta do
bro."
your time, man. Like I said, I let these dudes sleep on my couch.
And then it got pretty weird, and then
So who was inducting people into the zoo at
I
that
don't know.
time?
I don't know.
I mean, it had to have been like a collective, right?
I know. I met
No, I'm
some.
saying it
I've
wasn't
met
like
some
a
people
committee
who
of
told.
like we
He
gotta
threw his
agree
hands
to
up.
let this person in.
There was a time where like we set up like a probationary period,
Yeah.
Oh,
like a
shit.
90-day
Like
probationary
at
period.
produce, it was like during the produce days.
Yeah, it was like
there
somebody.
was a lot of members who joined through like.
Oh, you want to
the
hear
whole
the
produce?
produce
No,
story?
so how do y'all get down with produce? In
Okay,
there?
funny story. The first day they opened, right? Davis hits me up. He's like, "Yo, it's go check out those produce dudes. All right. He got a 30-pack of Keystone Light or Bush.
They're having
In
an
the
event
backpack.
at Produce.
Yeah, that's when they first did
The
their
grand opening.
Friday.
They're having an.
There was a Friday night party, right?
Oh,
Yeah, yeah.
Well, we got pretty drunk, and the next morning on Facebook, Dusty goes live. He's
I remember that somebody had wrote some shit on the side of the wall.
This is right after Divas got down with the zoo. So this dude.
This would have to be way before live because live wasn't available till like 2000 fucking.
No, I'm sorry. He did a video. He did a
Okay,
video.
okay.
My bad.
Alright.
It was on Facebook. It was a video.
I remember this video for sure too.
And he's all, man. Whoever it is, like, own up to it because I know who did it. And he facing this is public zoo hardcore right in front of Produce.
Damn.
But
Tagged up in marker. And I called Dave. I was like, dude, what the hell were you thinking, bro? Like, what? I'm repping the zoo, bro. I'm like,
Devious.
yeah.
So I think when
Devious.
Devious was like a full on public zoo member, I think that's when like the spark came back to public zoo.
Yeah.
That's what's up.
People were calling him like what do they call him, like the people's DJ or something.
Oh yeah.
So I think that's what like kind of for me kind of like re-engaged that excitement to be a part of public zoo because I wasn't feeling this mess anymore, man. I'm coming home and there's like 60 people that are in public zoo. I don't have no idea who was who. And then like Devious was kind of like the star of the show. It made it fucking fun again for me.
Yeah.
And was Indy
doing
still
it on
around
the
this time?
producer level, too.
Who's that?
Indy was,
Yeah,
he was
Indy-
around, but he wasn't
Indy was
really coming
battling.
around much.
Indy was still battling because I remember during those same times
That's
we
when he
were
started.
going.
Indy
we were
had
going
just
to the
gotten out
battle.
of trouble.
But I guess he
Yeah.
wasn't just hanging out with them every day. By that time, he probably had kids and stuff to work. Because I'm pretty
Yeah,
sure
yeah.
whenever
Yeah.
you're saying when
Yeah.
all these dudes were sleeping at your crib and stuff like
They were young kids.
young, nobody fucking
Yeah,
got no
actually,
kids and stuff like that.
Indy was my first friend to have a kid.
Oh shit.
Yeah, I was like, oh fuck, you got a
But
kid
yeah,
on the way.
you're right.
Oh, shit. Like, oh god, we gotta grow up.
I've literally seen like that's what we were talking about. We always talk about it, but I've literally seen Indy's kids grow up from
Yeah.
children to adults.
Yeah.
Like shit, like watching his daughter fucking. That's why I called Cheeto
Remember.
because we were sitting there playing Madden one day and she was taking all the Cheetos and sucking the cheese off, and then giving it to her little baby brother in the car seat on the table while me and Indy sitting there talking shit, playing freaking Madden, and he's crying. She's like, "Why are you crying?" And she's sitting there sucking all the cheese off, and I'm like, "Damn fool, that's fucked up. You giving him the soggy ass fucking corn chip and shit."
That's a very
Remember when
Indian
this fool
thing.
got down, though? Not need to get down when he first hung out with us?
Oh,
Who
that
was
was the
it?
first day. Oh, don't tell that story.
Tell that
Hold on,
story.
let's get back. Let's get back to the
Tell
produce.
that story.
No,
Okay,
hold on.
okay,
Let's
produce,
get back to the
produce,
produce
produce.
story.
We'll get back to the produce.
No, we'll get to
But don't
hold
leave
on.
that shit out. I don't
we're
want
not-
to
we're not
rewind this shit and be like, nah,
We'll
Brock
tell
almost-
after the cameras are out. It's funny.
Yeah, but that's an off-camera story.
That's all.
Alright. Yeah.
Also, back to produce. So that night,
So the next day he makes the video.
yeah, Devious
And
phones up to
DVS
it.
says, "I'm
I
repping
don't
the
get
zoo
it.
food."
Yeah, I'm representing. I was like, dude, come on, man, you can't be doing that. So they hit him up, like, he apologizes me. He's like, nah, okay, cool. Hey, y'all come down tonight, meet up with us. All right, so we go down there. They take us to Aria, to the back before it was Stereo Bar.
Yeah.
And basically, they told Devious, yo, we want you to DJ for these Friday night parties and eventually DJ here once we open up Sushi Bar. Yada, yada, yada. And that's
Yeah.
how those Friday night parties. He would DJ and I would cook on the grill.
Oh shit, tag
you know?
teaming.
Yeah,
Damn.
yeah. At the produce store and stuff.
That's crazy. Yeah.
Hell yeah.
It's because I wasn't even chilling with y'all at that time.
When did
But I was
produce
still
open? Like
working
what year?
with at Sushi Bar and shit.
2010, I think.
The what?
Produce open?
I think it was
I don't remember
2010.
2010, yeah.
Oh God,
Alright.
dang, really?
Yeah,
Because that's when
2010.
all them events started. That's when I met most of y'all. I think I probably met you 2011. I don't know if you was Zoo yet at that time.
No, I didn't. I
But I
didn't
do
join Zoo
remember
until
you joining
2011.
So that's how y'all start doing like the events and stuff with like produce and stuff.
Yeah,
Already.
yeah.
Yep.
That's
So,
how,
What was like the first event that you remember that y'all remembered like doing with produce?
That was probably the Gulf Wars part one.
Unbeatable?
Huh?
Nah,
Unbeatable?
Unbeatable. was
Unbeatable.
after.
Oh,
Yeah, Unbeatable was
Unbeatable,
it?
yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we were just hosting the golf course.
Yeah.
You
I
know,
thought it was
side
after.
note, side
Probably.
note. We talked in our circle about having a producer battle, right? That was going to correlate with the beat off or the unbeatable, and we were going to call it the beat off.
The beat off. Yeah, I was gonna say.
We were about to call it the beat off.
Pretty much.
Nothing ever came of that.
Around that time,
Pause.
QB got down with the zoo too.
Yeah, I was gonna say QB got in there. Is this right before y'all are talking producer battles, or
Yeah,
this just happens
right
all
before, right before
at the same
Unbeatable.
time?
Yeah,
QB's my
around the
homie.
same time.
I miss you.
So
I
QB
miss you,
had
little
already
guy.
dropped the 50 record and all that. He already
Yeah,
had
he
those
was already part of the
accolades
zoo
in the
when that
pocket.
happened. Yep.
Damn,
Well,
that's what's
a lot
up.
of people don't know that, but yeah.
Shit, tell that shit.
I would let him tell that shit.
Yeah,
Shit,
you can bring them in. Let
I
them
mean, there's a
tell
lot of
them.
stuff that we left out. But
Yo, if you want to argue sports with somebody, bring QB.
I know, man.
No, dude, yeah. But to bring back the light on like how many like all the members that were just joining out of nowhere, like that's really like kind of like what took you like out of
Yeah, it put me in a weird mind space.
Yeah.
'Cause, it just really lost its integrity to me.
yeah.
Right.
But yeah,
But and then when Devious came into the picture, and now we had that guy that was kind of like in the limelight, and then I got more involved again, and that's when I wanted to be more involved and come back around.
That dude was so
Bro,
dedicated.
the
to the
energy
zoo, man.
that he brought to the fucking Unbeatables as a
Yeah.
fucking DJ.
Yeah, and he made
like,
me. Yeah, he made-
everybody knew him as a DJ.
he was the first
Killing
one
it.
to get out and be like,
yeah, like Devious made me want to be in public zoo.
Those fucking videos that I don't know who was doing
were,
those
dude.
videos back
Well, I
then, but the
was,
videos
but,
they would drop of Devious doing like the one-on-one before,
yeah.
you know, the All I Do Is Music, you know what I mean? That video and shit,
Yeah.
like him playing those videos were like top tier presentation for an event type shit at that
Yeah.
time. Like watching that for me doing video editing and shit, just watching them put y'all's fucking events here, like everything seemed like the thing to be at. There was no fucking doubt in my mind that event wasn't gonna go off the chain.
Yeah,
So
I think at the peak of public zoo and the peak of popularity, like we could almost bet that.
So what
whatever
year
we
would
were
you say was the peak?
God.
Was that like that 2010 era?
doing, no, probably a little later than that.
2011,
11,
2000,
it was 11 right before
2011, yeah. That was like the fucking
2011.
that was like shit. It was
That was
nobody
fun,
else.
like-
Hold on, nobody else in fucking Corpus was fucking having over 300 people at their fucking shows,
Yeah,
bro. It was thick when Zoo had a fucking a show, dude. It was fucking thick.
Yeah, it really was. And once I kind of made my presence a little like more known again, I always get like messages and DMs from people, and it got to the point where people were trying to use us. What I mean was like they're trying to have like a show, and like,
Yeah.
I got messages like, yeah, make sure you bring the whole zoo. Like that was like really important to them.
Oh, yeah.
I'm like, I thought you were inviting me. Like I just planned on
Yeah.
showing up,
Yeah.
just me and a homie. But you want me to bring the party to your party. So it got a little weird, like in that aspect. But then that's kind of like also when we rolled into like doing Gulf Wars and Laces Out, the sneaker event.
Right.
Yeah, let's talk about Laces L.
yeah, that's just what.
So
Gentleman
again,
was
Gentleman
talking
G, I'll give Gentleman G credit on this. So we had a Facebook group, Public Zoo Facebook group.
Oh shit, I forgot about that.
Yeah, and that's where we would talk primarily to each other and that and share ideas. And
I'm gonna look that up still. See
I
if
don't know if
I
it's
looked
still
it up the
around.
other day.
Is it still around?
I bumped into it by accident. And I was like, what? When did we
quote-
have this?
We need quotes from that group.
A lot of nonsense being talked in there. And so Mark Champion was talking about having a sneaker event, and it's what he wanted to do. But we couldn't think of a good name. And so we were spitballing names, and Gentleman G just said Laces Out. And I swear to God. But then,
I do remember seeing that text, like
Yeah.
seeing that whole thread. I
but
remember
then we
that
started
thread.
making fun of it.
The
because-
Ace Ventura shit?
Yeah, the Ace Ventura. We started making fun of it. We're like, Laces Out, Dan.
Laces out, yeah.
Finkel.
Einhorn is Finkel. Finkel is Einhorn.
Yeah.
So that's where we got the name for Laces Out. And then and that was running simultaneously with Gulf Wars.
Y'all had Mylino at that, right?
Yeah, one of the Gulf Wars. Or I'm sorry, one of the Laces Out.
Yeah,
Bro, we would.
straight up.
Hey, like I remember when we'd have like collective meetings at like Dose's house, Dose and Marlena's house. You know, and we'd like do this smaller than this little area right here, and we all be all cramped in together.
Yeah.
Did y'all like have like a treasure,
passing a
like,
blunt of Reggie
So
around.
yeah, we did try to organize it like that, where I would have these mandatory meetings, right? And I would like, but I would like,
It was like when he was in town and shit.
yeah, I would try to,
Alright.
but I would tell people like months in advance.
No, no, hell yeah, no. It was definitely hella
John had
organized.
some heat on that one.
No,
he
I
said
would-
months in
Yeah, I
advance.
would, bro. Like I would tell people months in advance, we're having this meeting at this time at this place.
Yeah.
If you want to continue to be a part of the zoo, then you need to be there. If not,
Yeah.
we're gonna be talking about you behind your back.
We voted too for a position.
And they showed up.
Yeah, and everybody
Yeah,
would show up.
yeah,
That's what he
that's
was
what's
talking
up.
about. We'd be like in these small, cramped little places, like fucking 15 of us, like with two chairs, and we would talk about what we're gonna do next, and we would talk about people that want to be in the zoo. And that's when it starts coming back around full circle again, when it starts getting a little more organized, and I start getting more interested in being a member of the public zoo.
So the people that weren't showing up to the events, y'all were basically like kind of like,
Well, the only way we would be cool with it is if like
you had a good
kids,
excuse.
yeah, if your
Doctor
kids
excuse.
come first, or like you can't get out of work, you'll get fired, stuff like that. if you were just like, oh, I can't make it because my girl's tripping, or I can't make it just because I don't want to go, then
Yeah.
that's all you had to say, homie. Like, cool.
Oh, look, there's QB said, what's up? Suck, QB.
Yeah, look at that fool.
You suck at
A lot
2K.
of people were enjoying Zoo. At the same time, a lot of people were leaving. Like,
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
So was that almost like the way of like not the way, but a way of weeding people out by having those meetings and
Yeah.
seeing who
they
was
weeded,
really
they
showing
weeded
up.
themselves
That's
out. Really.
exactly what I'm saying.
Yeah.
And it really
Yeah.
came down to like, I was
So y'all
trying
got
to bring
back to the core again.
Yeah, we were trying to get back to the core, and I had to get over myself. You know what I mean? I had to get like beyond my own ego. Like, got to be okay with all these fucking people being in public, which turned out to be a good thing because I ended up befriending like a lot of people. Like for example, like Joe Brock, like
T.
That man.
yeah, you know,
Magnus.
and then the Magnus.
Magnus
Shout out
Magnus
to
was the
you,
last
man.
one.
No,
Magnus
you
was
were.
the last one.
Oh, I was.
No, you were.
You
I
were.
was.
Yeah.
Yeah, because I put Magnus down at the produce.
Oh, that's right.
Devious
That's
is
right.
still
That's
around.
right. That's right. That's right. That's right. That's
Yeah,
right.
Devious vouched for him and you.
Yeah, well,
What-
because
what event
Devious,
was
it
that?
was Devious, Mark, my boy
event was that?
Adam, and
what?
myself. We're gonna start a hardcore like
Vault Force, I think.
hardcore hip hop band called Heavy Living. Like
yeah.
we were that's what we were gonna do right before he passed away. We were all talking about, hey, dude, 2 singers, fucking, we're gonna shred on guitar,
The fucking
fuck
Linkin
it.
Park and shit.
Yo, straight up, right? But we were gonna be cool, Yeah,
Much cooler than those guys.
we were gonna call ourselves Heavy Living.
I dig it, man. I dig it.
Yeah,
Man. But
now I'm just heavy.
QB said Mark, Indy, JR, and Devious voted me in. Me, Mark, Devious voted Joe in.
Yeah, that's when we went to the beach. That was your tryout. That night.
Yeah.
That was your
When
tryout.
we
Tryout, bro.
that was the night when
Welcome
we
to the
found
treehouse,
out
bitch.
when we found out that we could fucking we could return beer.
Really?
We bought Dos Equis. We thought we were trying to fucking drink nice, so we bought a 12-pack of Dos Equis, and the bitch was like 20 something, and we paid for it and left. And I was like, I want more beer, so we returned it. Devious grabs it, goes, watch this shit, puts it down, returns it, comes back out with cheap ass beer, and I was like, I didn't know you could do that.
I didn't know you could do that either.
I didn't know you could fucking return beer.
He
He
went there and ran
straight.
some game shit.
Hell yeah, bro. It was that the same day we were walking on fire too, right?
He said beach day was crazy.
Yeah,
It was that beach day, yeah.
That fucking ritual.
Yeah.
So what y'all had like a party at the beach or some shit?
Y'all had a
Yo, we were just
It was
vibing,
a
bro.
group of- It was like Indy, myself, him, QB,
Hobbs.
Champion, Devious.
Just like a
Hobbs.
public zoo, like chill day type shit.
the night
Yeah.
of the meeting type of shit.
That was
The meeting
actually
turned into
that
a
was the
party?
last day we all hung out. Like
Yeah, later on that.
The day that you got in.
no, that night, like that was the day they voted me in. Like I got put down after Devious passed away.
Yeah, but that was the first time me and Devious was bugging me like, "Yo, come hang out."
It's the
with
first time I got to meet everybody, like a lot of
As a
people in
crew.
Zoo.
Yeah.
Like I knew of everybody else, but like I never hung out with them.
Is this before or after the battle?
This is after my first battle.
Got you.
Actually,
Yeah.
like the same week, no?
Yeah, it was actually a couple
2 weeks.
couple
around
weeks
there.
after the
but
battle.
you had a battle before you became Zoo.
Yeah,
right?
100%.
And you were still Kid Cuisine.
Kid cuisine,
cuisine,
yes. I'm
yeah.
serving motherfuckers up. You know
I
what I'm
always
saying?
pictured like a penguin when you say.
I did have the penguin.
That was,
Oh,
I had that. I had
That
that.
was his
that
rap.
was your
That
name?
was his
I had
rap.
Kid cuisine.
He was
Yeah,
eating
yeah.
those
The
bars.
little snack packs.
Yeah.
What's his name?
Yeah, Bars Bacardi. Yeah.
Bacardi. Oh, really? Bars Bacardi? That dude was all right though, man.
Nah, he was
He
actually
had
pretty
bars,
dope.
but he was just quiet. Yeah.
Yeah.
like-
Nah, he was loud. There was some shit.
He got
talking
loud
on the internet.
afterwards.
That was funny. That was
But-
funny. I remember all that shit. I
Love-
think we had like a Gulf Wars group or Unbeatable or both.
Were
Groups.
y'all
Yeah.
were y'all the ones having the events where the dude was that dude that came out on BET, 106
GJ.
in Park?
Oh, you
Oh,
talking about
GJ,
GJ?
yeah.
Yeah. He was.
He got kicked off of 106 in Park for fighting.
Yeah, he
yeah,
fought that
yeah,
dude.
hell yeah,
Stupidest
hell
shit he could have done.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's what I was telling. We were all on Twitter, fucking talking shit to New York.
Damn.
Texas as New York. Texas had
Yeah.
fucking GJ's back and shit. And
He came down there and yeah, he was actually really cool.
bro, he was super dope.
You just had to
very-
you had to work through his manager though. That was
Very humble.
Yeah, I liked him a lot. He was really
I bring up the Zoo Christmas shit because that's where I got in.
It was that freestyle battle, right?
And he ended up taking Madge
taking
on
the
in
money.
the finals and
Yeah.
shit. And that was like the second fucking year he came and took that $1,000 Christmas money.
Fucking
bro.
Mexican man.
And I think I remember
Oh,
you
the
saying
Mexican Madge, yeah.
y'all corporate gonna let an out of towner come and take your money or some shit like that.
Oh,
Yeah.
yeah.
Nah, but that dude, okay,
Nah, he was cool though. He
That
wasn't-
dude-
he didn't get treated like an out of
that
towner.
dude
He
fucking
didn't act like
wrote,
an out of
though.
towner.
That dude fucking wrote.
I remember he was offering to
He
write,
had hella
ghostwrite for
bars.
people.
Yeah.
Nah, he
was-
wasn't writing. He was off the head.
No, I'm talking about like he had just had so many fucking bars.
No,
like
but he
wrote,
was also,
you know?
he was also offering to ghostwrite for people battling in Gulf Wars.
Man, I believe it.
I don't know if anyone ever took him up on his offer or not.
Yeah, we're gonna have to go back and check the footage.
But yeah, I remember he would offer that. So when we did Gulf Wars at South by Southwest, he was there too, and he brought. I don't know if he brought Little Flip, but Little Flip was with him and stuff. And
Damn. So how y'all go about that? How'd y'all get a Gulf War South by Southwest?
well, it was kind of renegade style the way we did that.
Okay, so it wasn't official.
No, it was not an official event. No.
Already, well, shit, fuck it. How'd you go about it? Get doing it anyway? Shit.
It's just something I wanted to do. So I reached out to. It was actually like a karate dojo, and I just reached out to the dude who owned it, and I asked him if I could rent it, and I had to tell him why, and then he was okay with it. So yeah, I just went up there and did that, and like.
Who was y'all's headliner there?
For the battles, I don't remember. I know Japanese Jesus and this other guy. They did like 2-on-2 battles, which was pretty dope. And I remember some guy just like out of left field came up and he's like, "Hey, I'm Little Flip's representative," and I was like, "All right." And he's all like, "Is it cool if Little Flip is here?" And I'm like I'm gonna say no or some shit.
Yeah.
I'm like, "Of course it's fucking cool, man." And he's all like, "All right, how's your security set up?" I was like, "We don't have security set up, but he's more welcome to come." And he actually showed up and he was there like all night with us. Yeah, it was pretty cool.
Damn. So I think what QB said, Soul 100.
Soul 100.
Oh yeah, Soul 100.
Yeah.
He was South by. That's
No, Soul 100 was like our next up and coming battle rapper, honestly.
On the zoo, yeah, Jake.
Yeah, Jake.
Jake.
Yeah,
What was it?
he's the one. Him and Michael White went at it a lot.
Yes, a lot. That was definitely dope days.
It's
Though.
the only. I will say that's the only battle that fucking Michael White actually wrote personal shit. Was anytime he battled somebody in Zoo. Everything else was just a fucking joke. But like he wrote like stuff that was supposed to hit hard. Like he had some beef.
I mean, he hit with shit that seemed like, from my point of view, personal. Like, I felt like Mike was, like I said, the WWF, WCW comparison. Mike was WCW. So, you know, like, it would have been tight to see somebody from WCW on WWF, which it was. Like you said, when him and Soul 100 battle, that was a fucking dope-ass battle. Like, they both hit hard.
Yeah.
And you know, Mike was just on a different level than y'all. And I think there was always some kind of friction or whatever you want to call it.
Yeah, you know what, man?
And
I
that
always,
showed that night.
I always have respect for Michael White because he was his own individual.
Yeah.
Yeah.
He's
Still is.
He's a very interesting character, man. Honestly.
Hey, I'll tell you what. Most famous battle rapper fucking in Texas.
Most
Michael fucking. How's he say it? Michael White fucking.
You're right.
Michael White
Monster. I ain't gonna lie. I used to pick, like I said, I used to give that dude rides anytime I see him walking.
Yeah.
Pick his ass up. Hop in, dude.
Like his battle at the first Gulf Wars against Playboy.
Oh yeah.
That was a good one too. Shit. Like,
So, when it comes to battle rapping, man, we are going to bring that back this year. But it's going to be just like the Christmas battle format. And we're already working with some sponsors because it's going to be much bigger than any battle rap we've done before. And it's something we already have in the works. Of course, Freak better be there or else it ain't a party.
I'm always there.
But
I think you're the one who actually called me to the stage that night.
If the Raw and Hot podcast could be invited, that would be dope.
Yes, sir.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
You were the one that called me to the stage.
You could do a live
to rap that
play-by-play.
night.
I do remember that. I
We
remember
didn't
saying
have
that.
enough people. And
I
you were
remember
like,
I remember
"Come on,
saying this.
Freak."
I remember saying this to you. So how did I say it? I said something like, "I didn't know he could rap, but I knew he's a Facebook gangster."
Yeah, that's actually on the on YouTube. You can actually go watch that shit.
Yeah, I remember saying that.
Yeah,
Man.
it's hilarious.
But yeah, we are going to be doing the battle raps again this Christmas.
Looks
we
like
are
I gotta
working on-
brush up my skills, son.
We will be doing. It won't be Gulf Wars format. It's going to be just like the old
freestyle
battles, and we're already working on some things. I really don't want to say too much because I don't want to say something I can't back up later.
Right.
But it is something that we're doing.
P Diddy's gonna be there.
Maybe. No, but we're gonna bring back public zoo events, and we're gonna bring back the sneaker shows, and
Unbeatable. I gotta ask.
so unbeatable. It's possible. It's possible. It's not something we've talked about yet, but it's possible.
I ain't gonna lie. QB's been shouting that word for some years now, and I keep waiting. Waiting.
If there's enough interest in it, then we'll do it.
I don't know. QB's always on the move. Don't he drive trucks now?
Well, I'll tell you this: as that poster right behind you, that one that says "Clash by the Bay," I think like 4 of them are producers. They were anxious to get in there, and we didn't do like a versus style. We did more of a showcase kind of thing. so it wasn't unbeatable per se, but it was in that same realm. So the producers are definitely there, is what I was getting at.
Okay.
A
So-
newer age.
So yeah, if the interest is there, we'll
I mean,
yeah,
I think
we'll
it's just
fucking do it.
time to do it again. You know.
I mean,
Um,
I ain't gonna lie, dude. I haven't played music or like or even listened to music for a long time. Like after like everything, you know, my band and everything like fell apart and Public Zoo kind of like fizzled. Like I really haven't done anything music, but recently like I've been fucking. Watch out, fool.
Yeah, I
Who
guess
knows?
I guess
you
you
might
could-
get an R&B album from your boy Kick Cuisine.
I guess
reggae
right.
R&B,
I guess right now we're ending
Actually,
ending
yeah.
the near of our second hiatus.
reggae and rock.
Yeah. I guess that's where you could say.
But this
Public
time,
Zoo.
like you have your
Reggae
son
and
around, and he has his
rocky.
kids around, so
Yeah.
it's a little special.
So
this
things are a
time.
little different. I mean, we can't we're not gonna be able to recreate what it was, but we are gonna just have a more mature version of it.
Well, it's not even recreated in a sense. Like, I mean, what I would say, if anything, is we're a lot older and wiser. We've paved the path now. Let's let the kids use the fucking pathway. Concrete set now. Let them walk.
Yeah, we're also talking about like me and JR were talking about this, and we're talking about like rebranding the name of
Yeah.
Public Zoo. We're gonna try to call it Almighty Public Zoo Crew
The AMPZ.
for various reasons.
Already.
But yeah, I mean, we're gonna do our best to do it again, to bring it back, the collective community.
Am I gonna, can I join?
Well, any
Well,
zoo
we
members
gotta talk
past,
about
man,
it.
are down.
Do I gotta
They're
audition?
godfathered?
If you still have interest,
They're
like,
godfathered in?
everyone.
Yeah, I mean, we're
Grandfather, right?
we're
Grandfather,
getting the
grandfather,
boys
okay.
back,
Band's back together, man.
getting the whole gang back together.
Shit.
Make a promo video, shit.
Hey, man,
Boys
one
are back in
devious-
town, shit.
Hey, one devious fucking dream was to put Public Zoo on fucking Gangland. Have an episode game.
What?
That was
He
his
wanted-
own-
Y'all were getting down
oh,
like that?
Hey,
or
dog,
what?
he wanted zoo towers, fucking.
Yeah.
Yo, he wanted, we gonna fucking rule it. We're gonna rule it. That fool played too much Grand Theft Auto.
He did, man.
Yeah.
So after Devious passes away, do y'all still go on a little bit more? Or
Yeah,
that's
we go
kinda-
on a little bit more, but
Who steps in as far as like on the DJ part, or at that
think
point
it
was
was
it just whoever we could get to DJ?
Honestly, man.
I
Uh,
guess QB.
I mean,
yeah.
homeboy from San Antonio came down a couple times.
Technique.
Came down a couple times.
So there's a lot of members throughout Texas.
So yeah, when I was living in Missouri, I actually
Evolve,
started.
right?
Evolve, Mike.
Evolve?
Nice.
Evolve,
So
fucking.
Evolve was y'all's Valley
Evolve,
boys
Mike Nice.
that I knew. Mike
Yeah.
Nice.
Right,
shout
rest
out,
in peace, Mike Nice.
yeah.
So
Yeah, rest in
um,
peace to Mike Nice.
Public
Donuts
Zoo
over
members
every-
all over
Purdy
Texas.
hands.
It's
Yeah.
not just Corpus.
No.
Nah.
So actually, when I was living in Missouri, I started a St. Louis version of it. I
Already.
called it St. Zeus. Yeah, and that was mostly just like b-boys. Yeah, we had St. Zeus up there. Several members, like 10 or 12.
Who were some of the b-boys that were like breakdancing for y'all that y'all like had on deck? Like,
So back in the early days, it was me, Matthew, and Audie Medina, B-Boy
Hav.
Butter, Hav.
Nino.
Yeah, I guess.
Kind of.
And then,
Oh, fuck, what was
and
that
then our
one?
homeboy Marvin.
Yeah, Marvin.
Marvin Martian.
Marvin.
Yeah,
he drives trucks too.
He's from New Orleans. So I think there was probably like less than 10 of us.
damn, that's
oh, yeah,
still a
no,
good amount. Shit.
And our buddy, my guy Sky, this dude Sky that I befriended, he barely could speak English. He was from Korea.
Oh damn, there was another Asian before me.
Yeah.
Damn.
But he was like real.
But he
authentic.
wasn't Thai.
Yeah, he was like real authentic. This fool said he was real authentic.
He was authentic.
Yeah, this fool said he was authentic.
Yeah, I didn't know you were Asian until you told me.
No,
man.
he's Thai.
All right, cool, bro.
He's Thai, bro.
I'm more
No,
so.
this
I
dude-
look more
this dude was
Samoan.
This dude was from Korea, like for real. And,
Dang.
like he would snack on seaweed. Seaweed
Uh,
snacks.
Bro, so do
Nori.
I.
I never seen you do it, man. I'm just saying.
You never
He's
give me
on
snack,
watch.
fool.
Pulls one out.
Y'all were over there fucking with the House of Rock too.
Yeah.
What are some of the venues that y'all rocked out here in Corpus
So we-
as far as the zoo?
we-
Shit, if
we
you can maybe
closed-
run down some of them.
We hit capacity a couple times at House of Rock.
Fuck, yeah. No,
We hit
yeah.
capacity every time at Revolution.
Every time.
We did a little
Aria.
bit of Aria. We also did one sneaker show at the American Bank Center.
American Bay, yeah.
That didn't hit capacity though. That was a little underwhelming, and I think it's because it was too
It
big.
was too big, though.
Damn, what else did we do with Dickie Joe's? I know we used to fuck with Dickie Joe's a lot when I was around.
Murphy Law, of course.
And Murphy's Law. I don't think we ever hit capacity at Murphy's Law. That was more.
Nah,
of a, that
it was more for us.
Yeah, that was for us. An excuse for us to hang out.
Yeah.
Alright.
But
Honey
yeah,
Bee Hams, capacity.
Yeah. QB missed them stories.
but yeah, man, I'm happy that we're still able to reminisce about these times, and yeah, we're definitely gonna move forward. We're
Yeah.
So
definitely-
are y'all, is the idea of y'all teaming up with Produce again in the air?
No, I don't think
in
so.
talks?
And
That's,
I don't mean to say no,
No.
in a bad way
Yeah.
or
I
disrespectful.
mean, we're doing this for us.
Yeah.
Make it special, man, because we've been so disconnected for years already. And
Got you.
it's just time to get back together.
And
It just
I-
sounds right and feels right.
Friends.
Forever, fucking Zack Attack.
How many
Yeah.
of
Of us
us
have
Oh, I never
them.
seen the Zack Attack.
Friends.
He said friends first.
Well, you made the Houdini line earlier.
That boy started singing
And
Saved
so
by the
I was
Bell.
like, all right, maybe I could, you know.
But the Almighty Public Zoo crew we're on our way back, man. We're gonna have
Almighty.
rap battles again. We will be doing sneaker events again. We're gonna be doing a bunch of little stuff in between again. I don't know if you'll see us rolling in 20 deep at a time, like once upon a time, because we are much.
I mean,
older
we're all in
now.
the 40s now, bro.
Yeah, and we got kids
Bro.
and jobs. And
I say like,
Okay.
hey, I'll be real though. Like, I'm right there, you know.
right? What?
I'm almost at 40, bro, and I'm
Oh.
just like,
I'm like,
dude.
you've been right there this
Well,
whole
but
time.
my input from the outside looking in, I say the almighty ones should be the ones that are going to be the ones that can be depended on to where, hey, it's a show on Thursday night. We're mobbing it out as the fucking zoo, and we need you there. You know what I'm saying? If
Yeah.
you- like you say, if people come in with excuses and all that shit, then they probably shouldn't be
Yeah,
part of the
and
almighty.
you're right on track where we got the name Almighty Public Zoo, because I was looking at it like this is like a 20-year long history timeline.
Yeah.
And so to withstand or to stand the test of time, there's a lot of people who came and went, a lot of like crews that came and went,
Yeah.
a lot of graffiti crews that came and went, a lot of rappers that came and went, but to like still be relevant 20 years later and still have the core set of people doing this. That's
People
like
still asking for it too because
Yeah.
I don't know if I see it on Facebook all the time, and a lot of people are always asking QB too about the unbeatable. When are you gonna do another one? When are you gonna bring them back? Like type shit. So I know the interest is still there for the events
Yeah.
and shit like that y'all were putting on.
and that's yeah, that's
And like I say, I go back, like Freak shows me all the videos. Like I was locked up doing all the like 2010, 2012 type shit, and we watched those videos, and that shit just looks like a fucking vibe type shit.
It
Like,
was.
you
It
know
really
what I'm
was.
saying? Like,
Look
Oh.
like another city sometimes.
yeah, hell
For
yeah.
somebody who wasn't able to experience
It
that
looks like-
personally, it looks like something that you don't see.
Y'all
here.
were doing South by Southwest shit like here,
yeah.
like the way that y'all were packing the venues, the way that y'all were presenting the shit. Like I see the flyers. The flyers weren't fucking some shit that someone did on fucking paint. You know what I'm saying?
was
They
that?
were like,
Who
you
was
know what I'm
that
saying?
paint?
Was that-
Who's doing y'all's graphics and videos?
Voodoo Tim.
yeah, Tim, yeah.
Tim Flores, we call him Voodoo Tim. He designed all of our shirts. You know the shield logo that we have with the
Yep.
scroll. He designed that. He designed a lot of stuff for us, including like Devious T-shirts.
But yeah, he made. I mean, he owned his own company
Yeah, he
and
has
everything.
silk screen
Yeah.
thing,
Yeah.
and so they
Yeah,
it
he
made,
does
it made it
embroidery
easy
and
for us
shit
to get
too.
shirts.
Yeah.
What was
Y'all's-
the public
y'all's
zoo?
visuals,
The
though?
public zoo cipher.
Oh, the rap
Rooftop?
thing. Yeah, the rooftop thing. Alan hosted.
Is that the one that's on
B-Boy
YouTube?
Allen.
I
That's
would-
what I was trying to think of earlier. B-Boy Allen's
Oh,
Zoo
I
too,
remember
right?
that, but
Yeah.
I don't think I was there. Right? Was I there?
Nah.
Yeah, I wasn't there. Right?
Magnus was on that one though.
Yeah, yeah.
Magnus was on it.
Sam was on
Jose
Is that the one
Rodriguez
that's in
was
black
on
and
it.
white on YouTube?
Yeah.
Already.
It's like blue and white. But
Was
yeah.
it Loud Mouth on that
Already.
one?
No, he was there, but he wasn't rapping.
He wasn't rapping.
E-Class did.
E-Class.
Chemo did, I believe.
right.
Yeah, yep.
Oh, that's right. I was working.
Oh, watch out.
Yeah, QB for sure.
Yo, but I'm really excited, man, about what's gonna happen towards the
Money
end of this
Mike
year.
was there.
Money Mike was there, like doing this and shit.
Money
all that.
Mike.
Shout out Money Mike.
I've actually known Money Mike since I knew him before Public Zoo was a thing. I knew him back when we used to street race in Hondas,
Damn.
and he had a Honda Accord.
Hell yeah.
And he sold.
bro.
What was funny though, he had a Honda Accord, and he would be out there trying to street race, and he also sold auto insurance.
He knew the loophole. He's out. If you want to
Well,
race, I
mama
got
don't
the
know,
insurance to
I'm
go with
harder.
it.
Yeah.
God damn.
But he was always cool, man. I liked him a lot. I mean, he's still cool.
Yeah.
He's still Zoo. QB is still Zoo. Gentleman G, if you're still watching, you're still Zoo.
Yeah, he said I'm probably
He's right
rapping at Art Walk next month.
Damn.
Yeah.
Hell yeah.
Call it the G Walk.
So I mean, we're gonna do it again, Almighty Public Zoo, and I'm really looking forward to it. And
Would
Yo.
that be something y'all are into? Like being maybe a part of the Art Walk, or the next time, let's say they do the. Did you go to the music walk?
Yeah, I was there
Fest?
last-
Oh, okay.
Friday night,
Friday.
yeah, I was there Friday night.
So would that be something? I mean, that kind of seems like something me watching y'all
Yeah,
that y'all kind of did before.
I
it
think once
became
we
this
get a little
big.
more back in the groove of things,
Get more rotation.
yeah,
going.
get a little more established.
After you do a couple of events and
Yeah,
shit.
once we like work out all the kinks and stuff, and realize who we are today versus who we were 20 years ago
Yeah.
or
I
10
think
years
y'all
ago.
will bring out a bunch of the people that were down. Like I ain't gonna say it, definitely not 100% because I know how it goes with the growing up, fucking having kids and all that shit. But Man, I think y'all could still bring out a good amount of people that were down with y'all that was with
Yeah.
the scene, and I think y'all specifically could bring those people out.
Yeah, and what's that word? Majestic?
Nostalgia. Yeah.
Nostalgia.
I think
He mixed nostalgic and majestic together.
Now, Majestic, that sounds like
Majestic
sounds like some
description.
fucking medicine you take.
Disney World.
that is straight up y'all's description though.
Now, Majestic.
Majestic and nostalgic together.
Yeah, nostalgic.
Take
There you
this
go.
drug,
I
you
think a lot of
feel
people
young
will
again.
find like, oh, this brings back good times that I used to have once upon
Speaking
a time.
of good times, man, I know a lot of people have footage out there of a lot of stuff, man. If you got it, send it to me or one of us.
Bro, you better check my motherfucking
Shit,
YouTube.
this is
and
JR.
stop
JR's
playing.
like the librarian of the public zoo. Like,
Who's that?
like JR, like he's got like all the memories and the stories and some of the history.
Shirts, a little bit of everything.
Yeah, he definitely has a lot of all the merch.
Yeah, the
really?
Just Do It, the one that we posted or that he posted or that you posted.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was also
that's design.
Tim
right
did
there
that
was
too.
fire.
Yeah, Tim put that together.
That's
he
a-
had another one too that looked like the Dare logo, but
Yeah.
instead of Dare it said PZHC.
Just zoo.
Yeah, that Just Do It, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was all there. I remember those stickers. I had that patch. Fuck, I still have that patch. It ripped off. It almost ripped off like from when I got in that motorcycle accident.
Oh, damn.
Right, the one fucking pin that was on there was a devious pin, bro.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, the whole patch ripped off, but I survived. I'm still here.
I think he designed that
QB
too,
said
didn't he?
that y'all mentioned Stro. I heard y'all mention the name Stro a little bit.
Uh-huh.
Yeah,
Yeah, Isaac.
yeah.
Right.
Isaac.
What was he? He was like a battler.
He was an
He
MC.
was an MC. He was a little bit older too, a little bit older than us. So
He was a hip hop head, big time.
So like to know who he was, you had to be around in the beginning because that's when he was pretty relevant.
Oh,
I
right.
never met Stroke.
Yeah.
Shout out Stro, man.
Savior became Zoo at one point.
Was Saver in the zoo?
No.
I don't know.
Ooh, QB the proud. And this is where
QB,
this
you
is where
just
QB needed to be in
he
the
just
house.
he made some problems. QB just made a problem.
No, he just remembers something different, or maybe it's
Yeah,
like,
that's another thing that's been.
I mean, like I said, because the Scratch Robots and us, we were always together.
well, it's like a 20-year timeline, so everyone's
Everyone
memory is going to
forgets.
be a little.
So the beef ended up dying down
Oh,
between
Stro-
y'all and the Scratch Robots.
G
Pretty much,
says
yeah, I mean,
Stroh's
Saber's
screen
one of
printing.
my good
Doesn't he live on
Oh,
a
yeah,
farm
yeah,
and,
yeah.
and shit too? I think Stroh lives on a farm. I believe y'all talking about that.
Stro, nah, man. Stro lives in. He's living good right now. He does a lot of shirts, man. He's
That's
good.
good,
He's doing
man.
good in life.
I wish him the best.
I remember the design, the zoo.
He can
just
still
straight
live on
down.
a farm.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Who came up with that one?
See, Matt said he'll
Ghost.
show up for that if y'all
Which one?
come out with the
one
zoo.
that said zoo.
ZOO.
Oh, I thought you were all talking about zoo
What was
ever.
it?
I thought you were talking about
Matt
zoo
Stuzer
everything.
said if y'all do something, he'll come. He willing to come out for that.
Oh, that's what's up.
And he's
Hell
50
yeah.
plus.
Oh, okay. Let's roll.
Yeah, y'all definitely.
Yeah,
need
he was
to
one
do
of the ones that
something,
was at
shit.
the events that y'all had back
Hey,
then.
look,
too.
he Stroh did live on a farm. Nah, he did.
Oh, he did. Yeah.
Hey, oh,
you're
look,
right. You're
look at
right.
that.
Oh, my bad. You did. Yeah.
2 snaps and around the world.
You are right. He did.
Did Gentleman G really cut his hair, man?
Yeah,
Yeah.
fool. Yeah, he
Yeah,
did.
he got all
crazy.
clean cut.
Did he have it?
He looked hella young.
Really?
What's up over there, Matter Daddy?
Shit, y'all should bring back the House of Rock. Shit.
Yeah. That's, so the owner, Casey, man, is a super friendly guy. I'm sure that's gonna be a venue.
Casey,
we'll
shout out
utilize
to shout out to freaking Mr. Lane, man.
Yeah, Casey Lane.
That dude
If y'all
is
don't-
seriously
if y'all-
like
if y'all, I promise you, never met a more kinder, nicer.
he is an amazing
gentle-
person, bro.
And he's like a big burly biker looking dude.
Yeah.
But I swear, he's like the nicest fucking
Yeah.
coolest dude. He's like an old school rocker guy. Like he got his start like as a roadie.
Yeah,
Different
rock bands.
Casey's
Yeah.
the shit,
Like,
man. Like,
back in the 80s or 70s or something.
what he's done
Yeah.
for the
So
music
Stussy
scene with
was-
his
Stussy
venue
was
is
Oh,
awesome.
shit.
Yeah, and then
Yeah.
so he's the owner of House of Rock.
Oh, you got to
Hell
do a
yeah.
ride and have with Casey.
Huh?
Yeah.
No, I
remember.
remember talking to Casey one time because we were trying to do a hip hop event. I don't remember what specific event it was.
Damn, what is up with you on the
That
cyclicals?
boy's just trying to introduce a new
Yeah.
language,
Yeah,
and we
man.
just slow to
I
it,
thought
bro.
you were Asian. You don't fucking speak Chinese.
Damn.
Boy, Jin-
No, but I
Jin-
remember I was having a really hard time landing a venue because everybody was really like standoffish, thinking it was gonna be like a gang related thing or something. and which it was not, but they just had like their venue's best interest in mind, like insurance reasons.
Mm-hmm.
And then I ended up talking and meeting Casey and explaining to Casey, and Casey's like, hell yeah, brother, fucking let's fucking do that rap shit, bro. And I was like, oh, okay, no, let's do it. And I didn't know what to expect because House of Rock.
You
is
made him
a
sound
rock
all,
venue.
hell yeah, brother.
That's how he sounded to me, man.
I love the House of Rock. That's probably one of my favorite venues in Corpus. Shit, I love the vibe
for
that the
sure.
House of Rock.
And they
gives,
do have one of the better sound systems and sound engineers working there.
Bro, those shows there were just amazing. Like I told you, like if you that and Aria, if you had front row, you didn't move to take a piss unless it was a fucking break. Other than that, you wasn't getting that fucking spot back because that crowd was pushing forward.
It was
like
all the way to, I
fucking-
mean, you can watch
like a
these,
real
look at
ass
the
concert,
videos, bro. I
Hell
thought it was
yeah.
cool as shit, bro, you know?
And that's
Fucking-
because, you know, you got Corpus supporting, then you got the people that they're getting from out of town that they're fucking battling and shit like that.
Yeah,
like,
one of our big influences out of town was Clements from MSG Crew.
Yeah,
Shout out
Clements.
Clements.
Shout out Clements, fool.
You know what? I've known Clements since forever, and I just found out I guess like a few years ago what MSG actually stood for.
What does it stand for?
Midland Skate Gang.
Oh, shit.
Because he was originally from Midland.
Midland,
Yeah.
yeah.
And Midland,
Yeah.
and that was his rap group, and they all together moved from Midland, Odessa to
To
Austin,
yeah.
to start
Oh,
rapping,
shit.
and they just kept the name MSG.
I
Crew.
love Clements, dude.
So
Bring it
I
down, man.
thought like Clements was part of Zoo.
He
Yeah,
is.
he was.
He's Zoo all
Yeah.
day, yeah.
So that's funny because a lot of the people I saw y'all bring that were from these
From
different
out of town,
spots,
yeah.
like Evolve ended up becoming Zoo,
Yeah.
like or
Yeah.
whatever.
Yeah, Clements MSG. He was down with us. With the Zoo.
Oh, yeah, even like mad like one of the graffiti artists, like the homie Waker, like that dude's with some fucking badass fucking tagging crews, you know, like A2M and shit, like known motherfuckers, you
Yeah.
know. It's like it seems like a lot of the out of town members that got down with the Zoo and shit, like pretty cool because like their credentials were like,
Y'all think
Yeah.
y'all think y'all could do a whole Zoo fucking block party like
Oh,
doing
hell
a fucking
yeah.
music walk or some shit like
we've
bringing
done
all
it
the
before, we've
elements
done it
back.
before,
You know
yeah,
what I'm
we've
saying?
done
I'm
block
like,
parties.
I think y'all could still fucking do them today. Shit.
Yeah, and I think we'll get there again because, like I
Shit.
said, we're much older, more
You know
mature.
what I'm saying?
more
I'm
savvy
thinking
about
right
it.
now, like y'all gonna have to do.
We got a
something
bankroll
spray
now.
painting.
Yeah, we got a little bit of money.
you got bankroll.
I got a mortgage now and shit.
The fucking
Hell
dudes out
yeah,
there
what's
breakdancing
up?
and shit.
Right
Oh,
there.
for sure, man.
Hell yeah.
yeah,
DJ
for sure.
out there,
That's what we're
shit,
trying to do. Bring back
battles.
the elements, man. Represent the whole hip hop.
Hell
That's
yeah.
that's our mission right there, being part of the public zoo and stuff, man.
I mean, shit. Look,
Take it
look,
back to the original roots and shit.
And
Look
then
where
on the-
graffiti
on the
has gone in
50th,
Corpus already, you know?
50th anniversary.
Shit, they
of
be
it.
tagging out there
Right.
the art walk shit. The last two art walks, they
I
was out there
saw
doing
that.
graffiti
Yeah, they-
and shit.
they-
I'm
Surprised
telling
the
you,
fuck
dude.
out of me, shit.
That's what's up, though. You know, I mean, shit.
But this is what they were doing at Revo though.
Yeah,
like on
we
the
were-
building. Like
yeah.
those pieces had
Those
to leave
paid
that
that shit.
street.
We're like the blueprints. of all-
Their
all-
pieces
Yeah.
stayed there as a
Yeah,
representative
but
of
I
the
guess
bar.
I'm looking at it like that was fucking 11 years ago. But to see that going on now, even though they're not tagging it on the building, to
Oh, no, it's
even
still
still
tight.
give them the place to do the shit, like
Right.
we're including this part into it, is still dope to me. Even though it's just something you're spray painting and having to take wherever you take it, but still just to let the people walk by and see people actually doing graffiti, like that's dope as fuck.
Yep.
Were y'all
Yeah.
involved in the What's Goods or?
I think Mark was. I don't think the Zoo directly was.
What was what's good?
That was a block party.
That was.
produce.
Oh, the what? Yeah, that was all produce. Mark was
I was
just
gonna say, 'cause
emceed
I thought he
it.
was a host.
I did. I
You
did.
MC
I-
that one? No, you break dance. You
And
did
that's
that
because
one.
Magnus
there.
performed at that one too.
Man, in Indian Doe. See, actually, that's where we started.
Devious was the
That's
DJ.
where we started linking up. That's actually where
Yeah,
we started
y'all
linking
band
up.
played, Darker
Because our
Days.
band played and you guys were playing that
Oh,
block
that's
party.
right.
Yeah.
I got footage of me.
Yeah. Oh, you do?
I do.
I think I had a shaved head and like a tank top
I don't
on
know, but you was on
and
stage
short
playing.
shorts.
Yeah, no.
I had some jean shorts on. I remember.
Big old gauges.
Yeah, you're making it seem super short shorts. I'm gonna delete that footage now. Neither one
Ain't
of
no
us
one
should
to see
have
that.
Yeah, neither one of
I
us
got.
should have
I think I've seen the footage of it.
that. Maybe.
Yeah.
For sure.
Maybe
shit.
not.
Y'all got anything else before we get up out of here?
No, man. Thank you for having
yeah,
us.
for
This
real,
was-
man.
This was
For
legit,
sure,
man. I'm kind of
for
straight.
sure.
It's fun.
Yeah,
was in the
For sure, y'all got to come back for damn sure we
I'm
can do a part
blown
two.
away, man. I'm blown
Yeah.
away, man. This is real. This is a nice setup here, man.
Appreciate
This
you.
is really
Appreciate
cool.
you.
Hey,
Look, you got
it's
like a bunch
dope.
of like rap history on the wall.
I like
Straight
that.
up.
Yeah, hell yeah.
Yeah, behind you
This
too.
Kid's photo. I love this fucking.
Hell yeah. Appreciate
But
you.
yeah, thank you
Oh,
for
yeah,
having us,
kids.
man.
Hell
Yeah.
Almighty Public Zoo crew, man. We're
Almighty.
Bro,
Yes,
this
sir.
is, I think it's super dope. Like I ran into him at the the fucking Loudmouth thing, and he had spoke about wanting to do this, but on a bigger scale, getting everybody together. But
You definitely wanted to do this. Like,
Definitely.
Yeah.
I mean,
when me and Indy
you
were
see
talking.
me-
Yeah, you were like, hey, we gotta do a whole zoo thing. And then I told JR, I was hey, Freak was like, hey, he wants to get Zoo like to maybe do like a little interview.
Bro,
And yeah,
I'm like always on this side of the camera watching y'all. This is basically the same concept for me. Watching you on stage through a motherfucking camera.
Yeah,
like
Freak's
before.
always been around, man. Shout
Yeah,
out.
yeah, man.
I like where I sit and I like watching y'all do what y'all do, bro.
Yeah,
So,
and you know what?
hearing
I'm
that y'all
happy-
are gonna bring it back though, that's dope too.
And you know, not to get all super weird or anything, but shout out to the man upstairs for allowing us to be here,
For sure,
still
for
physically
sure.
do this.
he's 100% the catalyst. Fool.
That we're all able to share these stories and like create new bonds and friendships and have something to look forward to moving into the future.
Straight
Right,
up,
right.
straight up.
For
Big
sure.
fucking everything came back around.
Public fucking zoo.
Y'all want to drop y'all social medias before we get up out of here? Is there a public zoo page? Is there
No,
something
there's
where
not. I think there was one.
There
Dot
was.
com.
There's a few.
I think there
there's
was
a
an
couple. I don't
Instagram.
know
I
who
think
runs
somebody
them.
did an Instagram. No, Zoo. Dose has public zoo gallery.
Gallery, yeah.
Yeah, Dose has public
Shout
zoo
out.
gallery.
is that pictures in there or what?
Is
Yeah,
those
he-
still
from Hawaii.
active?
So yeah,
Yeah,
those
yeah.
are in Hawaii. So
Okay.
it's
Well, he posts a lot of pictures of like other artists too.
Is he active out there?
Oh, dude,
Yeah.
Dose is fucking active all over the
Y'all
fucking
need to make a
all
YouTube
over the
page and
U.S.
post all the archival footage on that.
I got
bitch
actually a
and-
lot of like physical photos.
Oh shit!
Yeah, I got a lot.
already. Shit,
I
make
got
a
a-
Facebook page and post
at
that
least 100.
shit. Shit.
I got
hell
the
yeah.
Devious one. I believe he's the one who did it, right? On Revo. The
Ooh.
Devious.
Yeah, it's like a little
yeah.
character of him, right?
With the hat,
Nah, it's
where
the
he's
big
at the.
one with the hat.
Oh, on the wall.
It's
Yeah.
Oh damn.
That one
burgundy-
stood. That
the
was up there
burgundy-
for a long
Yeah.
fucking time.
Yeah, Dose did that one, right?
Those are that one.
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
So I kept
Dose
that one
did it,
as my
yeah.
PS3 wall saver since then.
That's sick. That's
Damn,
dope, man.
PS3. Shit, that's a long time.
Upgrade.
Straight up, and that bitch still works.
Already.
That's
Yeah, it's
crazy
not on
for
the shelf
YouTube.
yet.
That's being archived up there.
Yeah.
All right.
Nah,
Shit, y'all want
definitely,
to drop
bro.
y'all social medias?
Y'all can follow my food.
Yeah,
truck
talk. Let's
page,
talk,
man.
before we get up out of here. Let's talk
Yeah,
about your
talk
food
that
truck
food
shit.
shit.
Yeah, what made you get into the food truck game?
Oh man, really, man? Public Zoo is the one that got me into all this. Honestly, I was just telling him earlier. Fast story. Basically, right before Devious passed away, we were doing those store parties downtown, and David Lay at Produce will approach me all the time, like, "Yo, learn how to do sushi. Like, we're teaching a sushi bar, blah blah blah." I was
So you
telling
were
him
just
about-
out there just cooking, like no. You weren't even a chef or anything. You were
No,
just
I
like,
was
hey,
just
just
cooking.
making food for everybody that's gonna be at your party.
burgers or whatever.
Yeah,
Devious
damn,
be
this
next
real
to
one
me,
right
fucking
here. Hell
spinning and
yeah.
stuff, yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell
He's on,
yeah.
you want to try this?
So basically, after that, they was passing and stuff. They approached me one more time, and I was like, you know what, I'll do it, man. And after that, it's just been a spiral. It's just been a journey and stuff, man. Ups and downs, you know what I'm saying. But finally, I got it.
Did you work at sushi bar and shit?
I worked at all sushi. I ran a couple of sushi bars downtown. They're on South Side too.
Damn,
Good times.
already.
Yeah,
Hell
yeah, yeah.
Hell yeah.
And I learned from David Lee. I learned from this dude right here. too.
Already.
So
Hell yeah.
What were you working
Man,
before?
block.
Before you got? Was it Goodwill?
oh yeah.
Yeah, I remember you working
Yeah,
at Goodwill.
yeah.
Before you open
Well,
your
I met a lot of these fools through the pawn shop too. I used to run them.
Yeah, because I bought a stolen BlackBerry off you.
Oh damn.
Damn.
Yeah. So one time they sent Indy in there to pawn something.
I remember I bought a stolen BlackBerry and a microwave off you.
Yeah.
Guys,
Hey,
Hey,
bro,
bro.
gives me his ID card, and I'm like, man, I gotta get a legit ID card, man. This last name's so phony, bro. What the fuck?
Yeah, oh,
You know,
walking
I'm
stick.
leery.
Jay and I
Walking
have like
stick.
a year. He lived with me for like a year.
Oh yeah,
And so we got a lot of fucking stories about that.
yeah.
Just the stupid shit of like all of us hanging out.
Yeah, we'll have to come back for part 2.
Yeah.
For real.
No, yeah, for sure. But yeah, check out my Sweet Bay Easy Eats. I just opened up the trade. I got rice bowls, tacos and stuff.
Hey, they fucking hit.
First day was a success.
Shit,
Friday,
fucking
man,
hit.
very successful, man.
Yo, who was your first customer?
This guy right
Bing
here.
bong.
Did you just
Straight
bing
up.
bong?
Yeah,
Did you
fuck
say
your
that?
life, yeah, bing bong.
But yeah, follow the Sweet Bay Easy Eats page on Instagram. There's two of them. It's the one all letter, all one word. Just
Alright.
follow it, you know.
Yeah.
For sure.
And from there, there's a link. You could get all my social stuff.
Do y'all
Yeah.
just do like events and stuff, or y'all post up anywhere like during the week or on the weekend?
Yesterday was my second day opening, but I do a lot of pop-ups too. I do a lot of
Oh, yeah,
pop-ups.
that's what I'm saying, like
I do
pop-up.
exchange. I do sushi
really?
Sundays every
Hell
last
yeah.
Sunday of the month. Active exchange. I'm picking up a second Sunday. They also want me to do a Wednesday night one. I might do like a little hip hop showcase. So if y'all down to do it with me,
Yeah, already.
that'd-
Hell yeah.
that'd be dope.
Yeah,
Hell
just
yeah.
do me a favor, man. If you want to follow somebody, follow this guy on Instagram.
Already.
Yeah, that's my bros, all my bros, and
Yeah.
yeah.
Hell yeah.
Joe.
So you got one, John, or nah?
I mean, I do. Yeah, it's Jonathan
He's off of his
WS.
mind, motherfucker.
Jonathan WSTX. But I mean, like, I'm not that active on Instagram or
Well,
anything.
things is about to change, Playboy.
Here
you
we
know
go,
what I'm saying? I
man.
got confidence in you.
Man, y'all need a
I'm also
public zoo
gonna-
Instagram,
I'm also just
Facebook
gonna
page, all
push
that good
from this
shit.
side too. So.
Hell yeah.
I appreciate that.
Yes, sir. Get that spotlight, baby.
Yeah, yeah.
You know what it is? JOWEEB. I put the fun in my own name. Joey B. Nah.
Brock was born for this shit.
Hey, hey, look out for me helping JR out. I'm
for
helping
real.
my homie out. I'm still repping QBR all day long, which I need to
And the problem.
end the problem. Yeah, damn.
Damn, got you on that right.
Yeah, but one more time, just look out for the Almighty
Yeah,
Public
so-
Zoo Hip Hop Crew.
Yeah,
man,
for
we're
all
coming
day.
back.
Hell yeah. Yes, sir.
2023, we're bringing it back. Man.
Almighty. Oh.
For sure, man. It's your boy DJ Lil King, Riding High Podcast. Let's chop it up. Public Zoo, Almighty Public Zoo
Yo.
crew. You know what I'm saying? Freak Man behind the scenes. My boy Cantu behind the scenes. Appreciate everybody that tunes in. Everybody that goes back and rewatches this shit. You know what I'm saying? Hey, man. Riding High Podcast. We out this thing.
Peace.